Yeah. Oh, well, welcome to the Wileyverse. We are back playing D&D a little bit late. Late start today. It's all Dayton's fault. Disengage and all that fun stuff.
He does do that.
But it has been a while since we have seen you, so let's do a little bit of recap and reintroduce. So with us is Robert down at the end, playing Grace. Grace of Candlekeep, the Battlemaster fighter and scholar who really wants to be a hero. Really wants to be a hero.
Really do.
In the middle here is Mitch playing Isarok, their guide, a.k.a. the rogue in the group, the curse bringer. And then at the end here is Dorbin Callus of Candlekeep as well, who has been politely sent on a quest to get him out of Candlekeep for a book. He is a sorcerer of the wild magic variety. I am Wiley, I am the GM, and I am also running an NPC named Nori, who is a half-orc priestess of the Red Knight. When we last left our group, so they're searching for a book, and this book seems to be completely mired in in plots and conspiracies between aspirants of the gods of the dead. They have met they met several worshippers of various gods of death and evil and all that kind of stuff. They are currently in Daggerdale.
Daggerford.
Is it Daggerford?
It's Daggerford.
Daggerdale's a little bit more east.
That's in the central. So, Daggerford, where they had tracked down the current possessor, or what they believe to have been the current possessor of the book, the person that may have murdered the person that originally had the book. It turned out that she was a necromancer and a tiefling, and that she had kidnapped a priest of Ogma to help her translate the book, but it seemed to fail. They have gotten a lead that she will be heading to Waterdeep to see Lore Master Brasshinge at the Grand Library. Yes.
Was the captured Ogma priest Tidy the Sage?
Tidy the Sage was the captured Ogma priest. He was dead.
Yes.
And you spoke with dead because...
Oh, that's the one we talked to.
That's the one you talked to. Because you had that scroll from
Shoda's... from that same place.
Yep. In the crypt, they fought all kinds of crazy things like shadows and zombies and fun stuff. They also found some interesting trinkets and a couple more mysterious letters, which there's been a lot of letter finding in this mission. Mm-hmm. They found mysterious correspondence to Shoda from someone that seems to be her superior with the initials SK, and it has a key between it, the sigil. Yes.
More importantly, did we get paid for finding the fate of Tidy the Sage?
You did. You did get your reward for that, and you had gone back. Good. The other thing you got for your efforts was a curse. So there was an icon of Kelemvor, who is supposed to be a dead god. Funnily enough, though, he is the god of necromancers in particular. His icon, or a statue of his holy symbol, was in the room where the shadows were and the dead priest was, where he had been tortured. And the high priest of Ogma did confirm that upon touching that and taking it from that crypt, you have bestowed a curse upon your group.
Yes.
So...
Of which nature we don't know.
Of which nature you don't know. Which is why Dorbin was going to plan to visit the High Priestess of Mystra in Daggerford to see if she can divine more about this curse and what can be done. While you were also going to sell stuff, and you were going to go to a bookbinder or something. I don't remember. But you would all
getting writing supplies.
Yeah.
But you had gotten a bunch of writing supplies.
I did from the last
necromancers.
Yeah.
So there was no need. That's right. I forgot.
So I'm not sure what you guys were doing. What you were doing specifically. I know what you were planning to go do, and I know what you were going to go do.
And Nori was with me, right?
Yes, because she is way concerned about that curse.
Come on, guys. It's a little curse.
Yeah.
Just take some penicillin. You'll be fine.
Do you want to go with him to the Priestess of Mistra?
I actually would like to, yes.
Okay. So are you going to split the party and do your own thing, or are you going to...
Well, we're in town, so it's not so bad.
Yeah.
I mean...
What's the worst that can happen?
I'm pretty crafty about the money anyway, so I probably would be like, all right, I'll see you guys later.
So, yep, splitting the party?
Wow.
All right.
It's my favorite.
Okay, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Since it's just me and I'm just selling stuff, so maybe I can get it over with quicker.
Yep. You asked around, and there's several jewelers in town, but you find what you believe will be the... Well... Is there anything specific you're looking for in a jeweler? Are you looking...
No, because nothing that I have that's going to be like kind of magical or feels interesting. I'm holding on to that stuff. Right. So really, it's just kind of generic. Somebody that can drop off some... I have some loose stones, and I have some... and some jewelry that I need to knock off. Yeah.
So, you ask around...
Steal this eraser, sorry. Sorry. Purple pen, I've been with you for a long time. It's been all the Rift games, Shadowrun games. It's the same one until
it's a blessed pencil.
Blessed pencil. You ask around, people seem to recommend this one little kind of cozy shop down off of one of the main market squares. It's kind of like not a mainstream thing. It's where the rich go to get their stuff. Or it's the little lesser known one. You walk in, it is a thin house.
Since it's fancy, should I dress up a little bit? Should I be like,
clean yourself up?
I mean,
clean yourself up and get your get haircut and beard shave and all that stuff. You don't have a beard, you're an elf.
Yeah.
You head in, and it's a small, it's a part of a row of houses, and this one house has been converted, so it's like a row house. So thin, tall, 2 stories tall, and you walk in. Immediately, there is a man sitting on a stool next to the door. He is in chainmail. He's obviously a guard of some type. He's got a mace hanging off his side, and he's got a book in his hands. And he looks up at you, looks down at your weapons, says kind of gives you a nod, yeah, I see you. I see your weapons. Don't start no shit. Gotcha. There is no jewelry outside. There's no jewelry in cases or anything like that. It's just a small little comfy, a couple cushion chairs and things like that to sit down and talk. There's a counter, and then there's a stairway that looks like there's cases and stuff behind the counter, and you can see jewelry, and you can see them standing up on busts, necklaces and earrings to show off. And then there's a stairway up, which it looks like is where the jewelsmith is, and you just catch the glimpse of a desk up there with a gnome with some contraption on his head that keeps moving little pieces in front of his eyes and things like that. And he's up there. But the thing that actually gets your most attention is that there is a high elf behind the counter, and she is very beautiful and dressed up and bejeweled, of course.
I'm gonna try the Isarok eye.
Yeah.
I read about that in a book.
Hey, start out with some charm, Isarok eye.
All right. She's
how do you do it? What do you say? It's the opening line.
What did I say last time? I can't remember. There was something stupid that I said I gave her the Isarok eye, but I said something silly.
She welcomes you to the Morning Jewel.
Yeah.
And
I ask her what's the name of this place.
The Morning Jewel.
I know.
So there it is. Persuasion.
Isarok eye.
Gosh, it just passes through unnoticed. It's amazing.
7.
7 total?
Yeah, with my
Ah!
personal.
Wow, that's not good. My friend
Spend a penny.
never spent a party.
So
You only get one shot.
I failed 100% of my Isarok eye so far.
So she
Ugh.
it looks like she doesn't get it at first, and then she's like, you kind of get a little eye roll. Then she has a little spiel, and it's like, we're purveyors of this, our master jewelsmith, blah blah blah. It's just telling you about the place. But most importantly is in Thieves' Cant. While she's doing this, she says, essentially no funny business will be tolerated here.
Gotcha.
So
can I say something?
That's in Thieves' Cant?
Yeah.
The whole weave of it?
the whole
I like this city.
So she basically is telling you like, hey, don't try to scam or shim us or whatever.
Yeah,
just
I hear that.
shill or shim or scam.
I guess I can- Would I be able to? Is there something about me that identifies, or the reason she's doing the cant is on purpose?
It sounds like she may not even know Thieves' Cant, but she was taught that specific spiel.
Oh.
So
Can I
that
Can I
so
return
that
it like,
she-
okay, I get the whole idea of what you guys are doing here. I appreciate your business, but in the meantime, sneak in. I get it.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
So So if she does, then
Like
she
that.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a insight check.
19.
Okay. She
Isarok eye.
but you'll get that. She acknowledges what you said in Thieves' Cant.
Gotcha.
Back. So
Alright.
she understood what you said.
I've made a powerful friend here at the Morning Jewel. Well, not powerful friend, but all right. So I just explain. I've got some wares to unload and possibly look at what you've got for sale.
So she reaches down below and pulls out a thick quilted, silk blanket, essentially like a cushioned piece of blanket, and puts it out. She takes gloves and puts them on and says, place what you want to sell here.
So as a joke to begin with, I'll be like, maybe a couple coppers for grandma's stuff. We have some cheap jewelry I got to get rid of. This is just cheap jewelry.
Okay.
I literally wrote it in the notes as cheap jewelry.
She looks at it and she kind of moves it off the blanket, off the cloth. She's like,
We laugh together.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's some old coins that I put up on there.
oh, she takes those and looks them over. Okay.
Oh, continue. All right, so we've got a ring I'm going to hold on to because I didn't put very good.
I think I know what it is. It is just a ring.
Okay, I was gonna say no. That's why I wrote it just like this. So then I've got a ring that's fairly nice or whatever. Then I've got a nice gold ring that has kind of an orange tint to it.
Is that the one you took off the zombie in the crypt?
One of them is yes.
Oh my gosh, I just remember the shield I got from that place.
Yeah, the awesome ass shield.
Gosh, that Sentinel shield?
Yeah.
So I won't do that yet then either. So that's right. This one's written down as it's got descriptors, so I'll leave it. So there's a ring, 2 banded agates.
Did I give you gold piece values when I gave you those?
For what?
What these jewels
You
were?
might have said something to me briefly, but I don't remember.
I want to say, it would be hilarious if this whole campaign, we're always poor, except you. You were just actually, hauling all the money.
He
I even
is.
wrote
He
the
is
money down.
I know he has done that so far.
I've also secretly written it down so you don't know how much I have.
I know, yeah, and I'm not going to pry, but it would be hilarious if, anyway.
2 banded agates, and then I have some casting material that the dust we don't need to worry about, but there's a ruby in it and some ivory that we'll get rid of.
Okay.
So it's 2 banded agates, a ruby, a chunk of ivory, a ring, some antique coins, or at least
Okay.
coins.
So she passes the coins back to you and says, though these are lovely and ripe with history, gold is worth its weight in gold. So these, whatever, the silver, whatever like this is, doesn't matter who stamped them. Pretty much anyone will take them, unless they're...
There have been 1336 kingdoms.
She'll
So-
tell me though
Meant the
she'll tell
gold
me
here.
that they don't take them here, basically.
No, but you can actually use these as just currency anywhere.
Oh, okay. So they're coins.
They're just coins.
Cool.
They're ancient in the fact that whoever stamped them no longer exists, or they've changed their mints since then. But they're not important enough that they have inflated in value.
Oh, okay.
So
that's interesting. So it sounds like there's been so many different mints and coins that, like, instead of like money
Everyone-
traders,
yeah.
it's just like, look, it's gold
gold.
coin.
gold coin is
gold.
worth the gold. There's only certain
That's
places.
what the weights were for. Like
Right.
Yeah.
This is this
$5
much.
worth,
Yeah.
There's only certain places that, and some of it's political, where like Thay treats everyone else's coins as worth less. Where there's other places that they, like, dwarven coins are normally worth more because they're heavier or whatever. So it's all based on weights, though. Coin is a coin is a coin. Gold is gold is gold.
That's
So
cool.
if these were cool, like from a historic era or whatever, and had something minted on them, but they're just this is from Waterdeep 200 years ago.
Can you imagine if you're a commoner though, and you were a coin trader, coin collector, and you like saw all the value of these things and like realize that like just the background realization that like, but these are all just worth the same.
Yep.
And,
So that's like 10 gold worth of coins you have. You can just kind of add that into your gold now if
That's
you
fine.
want.
All right.
I just want to know, like, out of character, like, because I love the dynamic we have going in here. Like, I'm not like, oh, you're stealing from the party. I don't care about that. I just want to know, are you like hundreds or thousands richer than us?
Quite a bit.
Bastard.
So
It's a
the
lot.
banded agates, they will give you 25 apiece for 25 gold.
I would like to readjust my alignment.
Hey, I'm doing all right. I've purchased some things. I've paid for our hotels and stuff, I think. So
Oh, you paid for like almost
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I think you bought me a drink once. Yeah, you're pretty cool, man. Yeah.
The ruby, I think it was ruby dust that you had.
Oh, it's ruby. I thought it was ruby dust and ivory, so it's ruby
Yeah,
dust.
it's ruby
It's
dust.
Ruby dust.
That's worth 10 gold.
All right.
The ivory pieces are worth, all told, 15 gold.
All right.
The ring will be worth 20. That's what she's offering.
Hey, Dayton, what kind of...
You can haggle if you want.
She said no funny business, but it would be silly of me not to haggle a little bit.
So, go ahead and roll.
That's
What kind of swag are you working
perception.
with?
The persuasion.
Obviously, it's him against us.
9. So that's what I get.
That's what you get.
I'm intimidated by her beauty. Ninja dust. Run away.
Where do you go?
All right.
All right.
I'll head back to where I think these guys are going to be.
All right. So, you
Are
guys.
we meeting back where you guys are? Or do you want to meet back at the Cracked Bell?
It's been a long walk to the Temple of Meister.
Yeah, well, you've been, like, you went and got haircut, you got laundered, you went, because you're going to go to this nice place. You asked around about this place, and then you went there. So that's your morning. Like, it's going to be midday.
Fine.
These guys are going to be done with their business.
Fair.
by the
So
time.
I'll meet you guys. Well, and I would have
It's
met
gonna
you
be
guys back
Cracked
at the
Bell.
Cracked Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, which was the... I wanted to ask, if it's not too obstructive, the Cracked Bell used to be a shrine of Lyra. I don't remember who Lyra is.
Goddess of Dance and Joy.
Cool. All right.
It used to just be like a small public gathering place for festivals. Then the bell cracked, and so they, and Daggerford grew, so they just turned it into a inn, which is still a place for festivals and joy. But
Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you.
all right, you guys head to the Temple of Mistra. It is a large, kind of like white marble building that looks all twisty and tower-like.
Just for context, it's Corbin and I.
And
We're from
Nori.
Candle Keep, and Nori's with us. Okay, so, well, Corbin and I are from Candle Keep.
Yes.
So Mistra's got to be a big name there.
Mistra's a big name everywhere.
Yeah, like, is there a Temple of Mistra that we're familiar with in Candle Keep? No,
Just
okay.
Ogma.
Oh, okay. Cool. Never mind.
Ogma and a couple of the other ones.
I follow suit. I follow Dorvin.
Okay. Upon entrance, you're in a small antechamber. So there's a door in front of you. Next to the door is a bust, like carved in the wall, and the bust, it doesn't move, it doesn't speak, but a voice emits from it, and it just says, "Please state your business."
I look to Dorvin.
We're here about a curse.
Oh,
Hey,
a curse. Magical services, will it be?
he speaks the truth, I say.
Please wait here. Eventually, a acolyte. The door will open, and an acolyte comes out. This wearing a blue robe. Looks kind of young. Not sure more than that. Like nothing adorning, just a human with a bowl cut. He comes out, says, "Did you say you'll hear about a curse?"
I nudge Dorvin and say, like,
You know, just
remember, I still have the item here. I won't pull it out unless you give the okay.
Also, remember you were
isn't
sent.
it a cursed item?
Yeah, the
I
curse.
mean, do you have it?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Nori doesn't want to touch it.
No, it doesn't.
I
Yeah.
thought I would have thrown it in my bag because it had a crown on it.
No, they took it.
I'm just
That's
letting you.
right.
They took it to the
That's right.
Temple of Agma.
Dorvin, I'm just
While
letting
you went
I'm
home.
letting Dorvin know that I have it and I still have it and I'm not gonna pull it out unless you give the okay.
He's
Also-
talking about the icon.
Yeah. Librarian Otto von Dunworry of the Temple of Agma sent you here. Because he's like, I could just tell it's a curse, and that's all I know. You might want to go see Mistra about getting the curse removed. So, if you want to name drop, you can. All that stuff.
I would probably say, yeah, we were sent over here by Otto from Agma. Because we
free neck.
may have stumbled into a curse upon ourselves, and he said this would be the best place to look into how we remove that.
Oh, the librarian sent you. Please follow me. He takes you back through some larger chambers where it looks like they have ceremonies or classes, even like it's like they don't really preach at a temple of Mistra, but they do educate and they kind of have discussions, but only for magic users. So it's not like a massive temple like anyone else would have. So you go through classrooms, you go through ritual chambers, things like that, and he takes you into what seems to be like a waiting room. There's some books, there's some lounge, some chairs and tables. He goes, "Please wait here. The Chosen will be with you shortly." And he turns around and leaves.
I look to Dorvin. What do you know about the Chosen?
I don't know anything about the Chosen.
Make a history check.
I guess I might know something about the Chosen.
Or an Arcana check, actually. It's probably the same for you.
It's not. They don't have a calendar.
Yeah, it is the exact same for me. So, maybe fine. 19?
Okay, 19.
Wait, 21?
21. The Chosen, if he is using the term correctly, and this isn't just a local term for their priest or whatever, a Chosen of Mistra is a person that has been chosen of Mistra. They're not an avatar, but they are an agent
Hoped.
on Earth of the goddess Mistra.
A divine agent.
Yes.
Send me an angel.
Anything you guys are doing in the room?
I'm trying to figure out where to put my hands.
Don't pull it out.
Not until you. Yeah. Don't worry. I won't whip it. I won't whip it until you stick it, Master Dorvin.
You got to lick it before you stick it. All right, so
Gotta take that.
the door opens up and a light breeze comes in, flows through the room, and it smells like rainfall on an early morning. A woman comes in that almost seems like she is got sunlight like illuminating her. Her hair looks like yellow and brown leaves off of a tree in autumn. Her eyes are golden and look like they're shining with light. She has what seems to be, as she moves, like faint lines across her face, which almost look like a breeze. But as she moves, they move. Like they're static, and no matter where she turns, the lines go. She's wearing a long golden and brown, golden and amber and white gown, like robe.
I would like to step forward and, in my most eloquent, charming way, give a most formal but hello, how are you? Introduction of this Master Dwarven of Candlekeep.
Give her the grace grin.
Give her the grace grin to the Eastlock guy.
Go ahead and do a persuasion. Let's
All right.
get some raw charisma out there.
I wanted to make the joke about that.
Were you trying to beat you to the punch? That's funny.
Oh, were you trying to?
He was going to say
gray
something.
size.
Oh, I'm sorry. All I'm doing is introducing you. You got your moment. Hey, is that a raw 15? That would be a 19 then.
Yep. So you stride forward like it always says in the books about the bowing and the the announcing of Dorban.
You get me.
Yep. Dorban, Callus of Candlekeep.
15. What did I tell you about not pulling it out?
It's a one. Your penis falls out.
Oh, I pulled it out, sir.
She does this kind of like curtsy response to it, which seems very elegant and just second nature to her. Like, well, thank you. Welcome to Daggerford and the Temple of Mystra, young wild talent. She calls you. She can see your
So she knows.
roiling wild magic.
Young wild talent. I like that nickname.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
She is.
They call me WT.
I want to call you Wiley now.
She introduced herself as Irisana Windsculpt.
Oh man, your names. Oh.
Yeah, right?
I need a new page for
That's
this.
why I just let you guys write this down. I'm like, you're taking notes. He's taking my
Spell
notes.
Spell that.
Iresanna.
SS.
Iresanna.
That's just the first name.
Yeah.
Irisana what?
Irisana Windsculpt.
Windsculpt. Okay, I can get that.
Like the wind?
Yes, the wind.
Sculpting
and
the wind.
Like the wind has sculpted the canyon.
No vowel between P and T.
Except it's a K instead of a C.
No.
This is the Maestra head
Chosen of Maestra in Daggerford.
Maestra in Daggerford.
All right. She is also, if you guys can pass some history checks or some lore checks, make an intelligence.
I have history.
Yeah.
8, but
I was just about to say you should never use my dice.
8, but
all
plus
kinds use one of mine. It's got all kinds of bad luck rubbed on it.
plus 4, so 12.
11.
Okay. She seems to be a type of elf, but you've never seen elves that look like her or have these weird effects around them. So you don't know if that's something about being a chosen maestra or if that's something else.
Interesting. Cool.
She says, Otto von Dunworthy has sent you, I have heard. I'm surprised he even knows my name. I'm new here. The last high priestess in this temple is no longer with us.
He spoke to us in high praise, which is why he sent Master Dorban to your presence.
Actually, he didn't know her name.
Deception check.
Deception check. He's like, I don't know who's in charge now. Just go until I said, no, fine. All right. Now then, about a curse.
The one where the gang gets cursed.
So we're doing some investigating as adventurers. We ran across was it a skull, right, with a crown on it?
Yes.
ran across a skull with his crown on it. Come to find out, that was a symbol of
Kelemvor.
Kalimvor.
Oh.
And I would do my best to describe what the skull and crown looks like without him pulling it out yet.
I'm aware
Excuse
of
me.
the icon. He was associated with Mystra for a short time. But he betrayed her to side with Talos instead.
God of Thunder and Chaos.
And Storms, yes. The one and the same. He has not been seen in the realms, or his influence has not been heard of in the realms quite some time. Are you certain this is an icon of Kelemvor?
Pull it out!
It's time!
I whip it out with a fury.
It's about the size we thought it would be.
It's about the size of expected.
Also, the Vernons have been here, I can tell.
Kelemvor.
Oh, there's a dick. Okay.
Allied with the God of Storms.
Right.
Work that into the roof.
So, being the patron of necromancers, he was originally aligned, or at some point aligned with Mystra, because magic. I mean, it's still a discipline of magic, so he was associated with Mystra. But he betrayed Mystra at some point. You know, I mean, you'll have to roll some religion
And
if you want
Talos
to know this.
opened the door.
And either Talos, on behest of Talos, and like he
To her
was
head.
conspiring with
Or
Talos,
beseeching too.
or he betrayed her and then Talos took him in.
Yeah.
The machinations of gods
Yes,
are above everyone's pay grade
I'm
here.
gonna say, as evil gods go, Talos is pretty. I do like that guy.
that guy.
He's pretty dear.
You whip it out, and she says, "May I handle it?"
I would wish nothing more for you to handle which I have whipped out, madame. But I would warn you first that we have been known to be cursed just by the touching of it, and I would not wish to bestow that to you upon your splendor, your grace.
I appreciate your concern for my well-being. I think I can protect myself.
If you are
And
certain, I will offer willingly.
No
She
glove, no
waves her
love.
hands around in the air. The wind picks up, and the skull just lifts out of your hand and floats towards her. She turns it around and looks. She's like, "Ah, well, this certainly is quite the icon. I do feel malignant magic radiating from it. Necromancy, of course, as would be expected from an icon of Kelemvor.
As we have
This
often
is no
encountered.
just mere countenance of a dead god. This is an artifact of some type of his, or at least it was used in ritual.
We've spoken to Priest of Ogma, who came to the same conclusion.
Well, most of the time, removing curses is a simple thing. Most elevated priests are able to learn that incantation. But some curses, those that are bestowed by gods themselves, they can be a little bit trickier. So let's see what this has to say for itself. And she starts doing an incantation.
You hear Isaac outside. Get a good price for it.
What?
The wind.
Okay. She does an incantation. The room, like the door shuts behind her. The candles all go out. A malignant light, red light, glows from the skull's eyes, and it turns directly towards you. And it speaks.
What?
Both of you.
Oh.
Or all three of you, Nori included. And it speaks.
Oh, hi, Nori.
All whom you shall kill shall not remain still till my sockets are filled.
Oh, shit.
They only see with the most precious blood.
Hold on. I tell the skull, can you repeat that, please?
Slower, please.
I get my writing kit out.
Fine. It's been so long since I've said it.
Those that we kill shall not remain still.
All whom
Until my
you
eyes
shall
are
kill shall not remain still till my sockets are filled.
He killed.
Doing episode 8. We're still holding for Kellenborg?
Shall not remain still.
Till my sockets are filled.
Means
skull fuck it.
till
That's what precious blood, right, Seaman?
Yes.
sockets
Are filled.
are filled. Filled with what? I'm truthfully asking.
They only see with the most precious blood.
Oh, they only
Did you write that?
Yeah.
see with the most precious blood. That I feel it's important. I looked to Dorvin. Remember that. We only see with the most precious blood. What does that mean?
Okay, so the lights come back on, the skull disanimates and becomes dormant. And Irasana is like, yes, this isn't going to be broken by some simple incantation. This is going to take a gesh.
A what?
A gesh.
GEAS?
Yes.
Shit.
You must fulfill its requirements to lift the curse off.
Guess what, boys? We're enchanted.
Yep. And Nori's like, rubies. It needs rubies.
What do you mean rubies? The purest of blood. Rubies have no blood in it.
Precious.
Precious. Oh, precious with a value. Well, good thing we have a handy guy who seems to have an eye for these sort of precious things.
Yes. Unlike this skull here, most of the holy symbols of Kelemvor are filled with red jewels, gems, or glass in the eye
Right,
sockets.
because they like blood, because they work with undead. There's not a lot of blood to go around, so they make up with it for precious red gemstones. I can see the pattern, yes.
I can't believe we're getting extorted by a dead god. No,
I mean,
says. Like
shit.
we're getting strong-armed for money by a dead god.
That is a bit peculiar, isn't it?
I can't wait till you
I
guys tell me.
asked the High Priest of Maestro, where's the loo?
Where's the bathroom?
Shit
You
is
just
out
go
back.
with the corner. It'll,
Just right in the corner. On that pile of books over here? Okay.
I can't wait till you guys tell me what it is. I'm like, I like that guy's style. Fuck him, but hey, making cash beyond the grave? That's clever as shit.
I gotta get on this
Yeah.
racket thing.
I gotta talk to Kellenvor.
So you get all that.
Sorry, I need to write down. I don't care if I'm spelling it wrong, Kalimvor, because I was like,
What
Kilimvor.
about if you spell rubies?
it seems like a good way to spell it. So
Did you put rupees like from
Ruby.
rupees from Zelda?
I'm like, this will be easy to fill his eyes. We're just breaking pots everywhere.
I never wrote down Kalimvor before, so I was like, damn it. I need to remember that name. I wrote down
Kelemvor.
Velsharoon.
Velsharoon. Yep. There's Velsharoon, and then there was Jurgle.
Jurgle and
And
Merkel and
Merkel.
Turble. And
Rub some
Oh,
love
hold
on
on.
the dice painting.
Velsharoon. Nope, you're right. I've been
little
saying it
Jurgle.
wrong the entire time. It's not Kelemvor. It is Velsharoon. Damn it. And I'm looking at it. I'm staring at it right here. But I keep saying Kelemvor. Kelemvor is a different evil god.
What is this guy's name?
Velsharoon.
Del Sharoon?
Velsharoon.
Like Dell, like the computer company. And
No,
then-
V.
I wrote it down.
Velsharoon. Velsharoon.
So I wrote it down.
Kelemvor is Lord of the Dead and Judge of the Damned.
So now we have to do is just, the first time he says it wrong, I'll be like, dude, you not paying attention?
I need to get the correction out there because we've been playing for 30 minutes and I've been saying the wrong name the entire time. It's in my notes right there. Too many gods of the dead. Too many.
Oh, I took Mandy's collar off. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah, I saw it.
Just so you know, like, let her out or whatever. I guess you won't be able to put her leash on if she doesn't have her collar on.
So, yeah, you had originally found the half elf that had the book and he was a cleric of Jurgle, who was just the scribe of the dead. But you found out that that was a lie. He was actually a priest of Merkel, god of murder and the dead.
I never. Sorry.
And I can't remember where Kellenborg came in, but I'm
The Jurgle Merkel.
Jurgle Merkel.
You know, when we were going through that, I was like, that's too much. I'm not writing this down.
Yeah.
It's like,
Those are only two that I wrote down.
I'm just going to say one of the followers of Urkel. One of the Urkels.
So,
Oh yeah, Merkel, Urkel, and
Jurgle, Merkel.
and
So,
Steve Urkel.
Pray. Did I do
I've been misspeaking. It's not
Halfway
Kellenborg.
done.
I've been saying that
That was a
wrong.
new name to me. I was like, who is this?
Kellenborg is the judge of the dead. He's
That's like a neutral god of that, but we've been dealing with evil gods
god.
of
Well, Jurgle is a neutral god as well.
yeah, but like, yeah, he's like the cool of the three brothers,
Well, no, so the three brothers,
or the sons of Jurgle.
Bane, Merkel, and Cyric, killed they went to kill Jurgle. They were heroes that went to kill Jurgle.
I need a chart.
Yeah, I know. First off, let's get this correction out there.
A really ugly looking
Velsharoon.
family tree.
Velsharoon is the god that you're dealing with.
Keep writing.
Yeah, Velsharoon is the cursed god, or the curse that you have. It is the icon that you're holding. Is Velsharoon, not Kellenborg. So, I've been saying the wrong one. Velsharoon is the god of necromancers, the patron of necromancers. So, if we're going to backtrack and look at this. So, Jurgle was the evil god of all the dead. He held the entire portfolio.
It was Jurgle or Merkel.
Jurgle. He was an ancient god. And then three heroes went to defeat him and end his reign of tyranny over humanity.
And he split.
That was Bane, Cyric, and Merkel. And when they showed up to confront him, he said, well, you beat all my challenges, you did all this stuff, I'm bored as hell. Being the god of the dead sucks, so here, take my power. And he just gave it to them. He gave each of them a part of his power. Murder, tyranny, and death.
And that's Bale and
Bane.
Bane, and
Merkel, and Cyric. Yep.
Oh, it's Bane, Merkel, and Cyric.
Correct. So the three evil
Not
gods.
Bale, though. Not the god of murder.
Bane.
Bane.
Is it Bane or Bale?
Well, Bane is the god of tyranny.
Yeah.
Bale is the god of murder.
Baal, that's it.
Baal.
B-A-A-L.
Yeah.
So, no, yeah, you're right, it's not Cyric. It is Baal, Bane, Baal,
It's favorite
all
is
of it.
complicated.
It's all complicated.
At some
Anyway,
point,
three of them.
Cyric took over murder for a little while, but then I don't want it anymore.
when
we
he
got this correction out there.
This correction is so confusing. Well, Kellenborg was a mortal that took over the pantheon of the dead during the time of troubles. That's why that name is out here. But Cyric has taken it back since then.
This is why I'm glad you're the sage, so I can explain.
Gods
it
are
all.
fucking crazy.
Dude.
But
fucking
anyway,
gods are
so
twice the
Jurgle
god
just
you
became
would
the
be.
scribe of the dead, and he was just like, I'm just here to fucking note everyone that goes into the
That's
land of the
who?
dead. Jurgle.
I like
who used to
Jurgle.
be the original.
That was
Evil.
so the first crypt that we went into, he was masquerading as a priest of
Of
Jurgle.
Jurgle.
Because
But he
that's the everyman's
Yep.
dead god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy that just honors the dead passing. Well, not even honor. It's not even honor. He just acknowledges the dead passing.
That's an important distinction though.
So, anyway,
We really gotta remember these aspects.
Yeah. Jurgle-
Like, it's important.
the
I've
Jurgle
got
god
most of
was
them written down.
actually Merkel, and this necromancer had an icon of Velsharoon.
And
So that's
Merkel, so he was an actual worshiper of Merkel, who was the brother of Baal and
Bane.
Well, that's bad news bears, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Mm-hmm.
I whispered to when we were in the presence of this Meister Priestess, "That's bad news bears."
That's bad news bears.
Indeed.
Whew. All right, now that we've had our little...
He gives the door the nod.
And I'm so sorry, but we are cursed by Velsharoon.
You're cursed by Velsharoon with that curse that you just heard.
Okay. Okay.
And Nori believes, and she rolled a 24 on her religion check, that you guys need to fill this thing's eyes with rubies, and those are some big ass sockets. So they're going to be expensive rubies.
Well, we are registered licensed and ready guilded
Just
adventures.
in Daggerford.
Well, the problem
Well,
is,
we're in Daggerford,
Yeah.
so handy
the only
that.
problem's going to be that if this curse sounds like what it sounds like, we're not going to be able to kill anything. Everything we kill is coming back.
Uh-huh.
Those that you kill shall not remain still.
Well,
It's a
how about-
necromancer curse.
Yeah, we are cursed that everything we kill is going to run. Yeah, that's why I was like, first of all, everything we kill is going to come back as a zombie or something?
I don't know. I didn't even hear
You're
this.
not even here.
Yeah, I'm not
Who
even
the
here.
hell are you? Where's Isarok? Isarok!
I'm just some scribe that
Master
walks in and
Dorvin.
it sounds
Master Dorvin.
like...
I have a bad feeling about this curse upon us.
Let's thank the
Master Dorvin, wake up.
beloved Irisana with sculpt.
So you thank Irasana with Sculpt. And she goes, I'm sorry I couldn't have been more help. There is
We're starting
an
a
ability
GoFundMe
that
for
would...
rubies.
There is a spell that would get rid of this besides doing its gauge.
And it sounds more expensive than 3 giant rubies.
Yeah, it's a wish.
Oh, wish! Oh, you don't need Dijin.
yeah. Well,
Do you know Dijin?
in fact, yes. Powerful spellcasters can learn the spell, but it is expensive and it takes a toll regardless of what you wish for.
I don't know if that was a joke or not, but I kind of want to use some charisma and be like, well, how about you tell us more of this Dijin you know? I mean,
Oh, let's not talk about it.
okay. That's a Dorvin. What do you suggest?
Well, let's go find Isarok and
So it's Sleepy No.
Find some rubies, I guess.
Nap time with a G.
Yeah.
Isarok was
Good nap time.
supposedly heading to a jewel store.
I told you I'd meet you guys back at the crack.
Yeah.
I know, so let's go meet up with Isarok and see if he can give us any information if he saw any rubies that might fit the bill.
Alright, well, let's
That's
not try
our
to
story.
kill anybody on the way there because
Not
they
that
will come
obviously
back
we would've
as
been looking
servants
for
of
it,
these
but-
dark lords.
So back to the crack bell. Back
Yeah.
to the crack bell.
Yep. I want a Gordita Supreme, and okay,
You're running for the border.
yeah.
They walk in while I'm just beginning to try my Tales of Daring Deeds
Actually, they're getting there
performance.
before you.
Oh, okay. I was like, let's try again.
So you guys get back an hour and a half before midday. So they're just switching over from breakfast and starting to cook up their stews that they pour over their bread,
Yeah.
baking their bread, cooking their stews.
I'll cover the meals for now. I'll cover the meals this time. Let's trade what we know. Let's think about this. It came in a question. It came in a question before about how much are we investing in finding this book for Candlekeep? But now we have this curse. Is this curse how related is? So what I'm trying to say is, Grace would say, what do we know about how related is this curse to this book we're trying to find? And if they're not related, where should we go? You're the guy here. He'll take us where he wants. He's a very good guy. Very affluent,
I'm
too.
not here.
He's wealthy. It's great.
I'm not here.
No, I know.
Oh.
I'm gesturing
Like,
to the
gesture-
wall.
okay,
reference
To the wall.
Gestured right
Yeah,
at me.
yeah.
I'm not here yet. I'm sauntering back with...
Don't mind me. I'm sorry. I have too much on my mind. Let's get some food.
This curse just seems like a... Can't say speed bump. That doesn't really exist then.
Roadblock.
I mean, we've killed a lot of things on our way here.
Just be a bump in the road.
I killed a set of armor. It's probably back up again.
Well, I wonder how that would work because the armor was never alive to begin with. So did we kill it, or did we just disrupt it?
I've only
Nori
studied
says.
arcane magic. Yeah, I'll engage in Nori I don't know because I studied arcane magic, but I don't know how this seems like divine magic. I don't know how that
I
would
didn't think
relate.
about the
It's like
spell
if we
being
look at that-
retroactive either.
Yeah, it's like, if we look at it, the first thing we attacked us was skeletons, and they're already dead. The only thing living we've killed so far
Rats.
is rats.
Oh my god, did we just fill that town with zombie rats?
We'll have to go back and check later.
My gods.
Yeah, and then
we left the
then we
rugby.
killed a
Yeah, we
we
didn't
killed
kill
a
the
white, and then
That was before we were cursed, though.
there was a scarecrow. There was a couple scarecrows
Yep.
and animated armor, and
I'll point out to Nori, all before we were cursed, though.
it's like, but you bring up an interesting point. You're saying we killed a whole bunch of things, and I don't think we have.
We've
Killed rats.
Those were very dastardly rats.
We've defeated other obstacles, but they weren't living. We didn't kill anything.
Oh, we're not murderers.
Yeah, of course.
It's weird to think
We're not
that
serving as a
time that we've
ball.
only killed rats.
You've only killed
only-
rats,
yeah, it's just
but you've fought animated armors and scarecrows and
It's a very feel-good adventure, I know.
We watched
Yes.
a gnome have sex for an awkward amount of time.
That was... We really watched a long time.
You were the one that's like, let's see what happens, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, I was still a virgin at that time, and I really wanted to know what was going on.
That was fun.
that's how that works.
Yeah.
So you arrive. They're sitting at the table. They've got meals in front of them. Nori and Grace are in discussion about what constitutes killing and death.
Well, what is dead?
Right.
What does it mean to be dead?
So, what have you fellows found on your journey?
No,
Was the priestess able to tell you anything of
Have you hawked our pillaged goods?
pillaged goods? I was having this repaired in my tooth.
For what it seems
I really
like,
want to know. Is that what you told us you're going off to do?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The jeweler does it best.
How's it look?
You tell me.
You were saying
what it seems like this curse that we have conspired by being in the presence of that skull with the crown is that we can't kill anything
Well, we can.
until we fill its sockets with big rubies.
Does it have to be solid rubies, or can it be chunked rubies?
I mean,
Can we fill it up with rubies?
its eye sockets are this big. I
Yeah, I
pull
saw
it out,
the
I'm
eye
like,
sockets.
eh.
That's fine. We should be able to sell the crown for the rubies. Did you guys get the crown?
We cannot remove the crown, for it is cursed, if you haven't noticed.
Nobody will.
Also, everything we kill will rise up from the dead.
I mean, can't we sell the crown? Pass the curse along. I'm not evil alignment.
Do we give a discount? They can remove it from the rest of it?
I wouldn't recommend separating from that skull, because if we separate from that skull, then we won't be able to put the rubies into
Did you
it,
guys get it back?
and we'll still not be free of the curse.
You guys have it back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the sockets. Are like,
Yeah, they're
Is it a humanoid
eye sockets.
skull, or is it
Yep.
like a troll skull?
I mean, are they like this deep? Are they like
they're this deep.
so
make a
like a golf ball, right?
make a check.
What am I doing? Check.
I don't know.
Investigation?
Just it's a
What am I doing?
it's an appraisal check, which is a skill that doesn't
Sticking your
exist
finger
anymore.
in
It's
I can-
investigation, I would say.
Investigation.
Yeah, I said that, or like perception, maybe. Let's do investigation. So it'll be a 22.
Okay.
Investigate
If-
shit out of
if-
eye sockets.
If it can take flat rubies, which you think is kind of what Norris feels like, you just need to, something that fills up the eye. Each ruby is probably going to be around 500 gold.
God, he checked notes for that too, so he ain't just arbitrarily making that shit up either.
These are going to have to be big rubies.
Well,
So it's 1,000 gold of rubies you need to put in this thing's eyes.
there's opportunity here, my friends, though. We had just assigned ourselves as an adventuring group. We could look for jobs that specifically pays in giant rubies.
Or we could look.
Wonder how many of those there are.
It didn't even like sink
Look,
in what you
this
were
one's-
saying.
You walk
says
outside, and
two
there's a
big
bulletin
red
board, and it says,
Yeah.
"There's a race this weekend. The grand prize is 2 rubies with 5
Or the board is lined up where it's like adventures by payment. It's like money, rubies, horses, whatever it is.
You just spoke to a jeweler, though.
Yeah, I did just speak to a jeweler.
What do you think those would go for? How much gold do you think it would
It
cost?
sounds. I mean, I toss it around and tell you that with that ruby this size, this deep. I mean, 2 of them, 500 each.
I have 30 gold.
I don't have enough to buy 2 $500.
Of course you don't, I say with no irony.
Oh,
very
boy.
close.
All right.
Well, so my question to you, Sirach, is while you were at the jeweler store, did they even seem like they would carry such a ruby?
That's a good
Well,
question.
I mean, every metallurgist or jeweler or anybody like that's going to have something on hand. I didn't see anything of note in that one, but I can tell you it was more heavily guarded than I would want to sneak into.
Well,
But because we're cursed, it might not be a bad idea to see if we can't nick one somewhere.
nick one?
Steal.
From who?
For the people that have them, jewelers.
Who would have
We're trying to better the... I mean, you want me to know how much... who are we going to buy it from if we're not... It'd be the same people that we're going to steal it from.
Well, I understand, but
I tell you what.
you just came on that very fast to me. It just seemed
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it was
so
a very
I-
ready idea.
Let me
And I'm not
settle your
against
nerves,
it,
my
but
friend. Let me settle your nerves, my friend. All
Please
jewelers
do.
have enough money. They
I
have
am-
insurance, things like that. Yes,
you feel good.
There's no such thing as
I know it's insurance. They've got piles upon piles upon piles. I won't go in and steal everything. We'll just steal what we need to lift our curse so that we can continue doing good.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Think about it as stealing from the rich to give to the poor. We're the poor, they're the rich. And we can enrich the lives of the other poor.
I've read the tale of Raven Had, but I just don't
Robert
know.
Cowell.
Nice, good one. I'll give you a fist bump if
That was a thing.
Well, yeah, I suppose we could do that, but I mean, we live in a magical world, Master Dwarf, and rubies are often a reagent in magical effects, and I don't know, taking them from the unwitting for. I mean, obviously we are serving a noble goal here, but
Wait, I didn't realize that you could use rubies for magic. Like the dust of them?
you are not from Candlekeep, but I, as Master Dwarven would assure you, rubies can be a powerful reagent in the
Well, I can-
in the castation. I say because I was a battle wizard.
So, gas station.
And the with
was
Noir.
I know, but I was like, it didn't even sink into my head. I'm like, that's not even a word. You just moved on, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
gas station, I don't know where.
in the castation of
So
magical effects.
So if I'm hearing this right, it might actually be cheaper that we investigate at maybe a spellcaster shop.
Well, maybe.
Well, I can tell you that dust of ruby will cost quite a bit less than solid ruby.
Of course, but I'm just saying if listen, we are cursed and we are on a noble quest, and I understand that there are things that heroes must do that may
We get thrown out of the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
Well, there's that too.
We actually told us that at the very
I would
beginning.
like. By the way,
Nori
Nori. Thank you, Nori. God, I almost forgot you existed. Nori, you know I am very interested in Adventures Guild and Glory and all that. If you can fax me the PDF of the rules and regulations of the Adventures Guild, I would very much appreciate
We got told
that.
by the guard when we came in, even that all sorts of things were illegal.
Yeah,
That's
we
what-
can't commit crimes.
That's why I'm suggesting
if
with
guys,
your soft constitution that we might.
I am
instead-
not soft of constitution, sir.
Sorry.
And don't think me so foolish as to not ascertain what you're presenting here.
Perfect. So let's try the casting place and see if we can't find some cheaper ruby dust.
I agree with you there, but as an addendum, I would like to add that listen, if people have these things, they probably have them for a reason, and they might be very noble reasons, and so maybe pilfering is beneath us.
Perfect. We won't.
Perhaps
steal
we
it.
should discuss the matter with our other nobles. Yes, Dory, you in the back.
My name's Nori.
Yes, thank you. You've been an alcoholic for how long?
Just as a reminder, curse and everything, there is a necromancer going to probably kill the lore master at the Grand Library in Waterdeep as we speak.
Yes.
We may want to go save him. I understand we're cursed and all, but as we have stated before, we haven't killed anything yet except for some rats. As long as we're careful, we can probably avoid this curse, and maybe the reward for saving him and finding this necromancer will be enough to just buy these rubies.
Okay, I was about to talk very down to you, but that's actually a very good point. We are a mercenary group as the Kendall things, are we not? We're adventure. Yes, adventure. I'm all about the glory here. But when you get down to the fine print, adventurers are...
Mercenaries are different charters than adventurers.
Oh, Nori, I'm so glad you took my virginity.
We are held to a higher standard.
We are held to a higher standard. That could be a negotiation piece, but Nori is not wrong here.
So
time is of the essence of other matters.
Perfect. So, Nori, if we're going to go with this plan, are you able to tell if this curse will also raise undead that we've killed? So, in other words, if we continue to fight undead forces, will they continue to rise? Because if that's what's going to happen, then this will be a moot point.
That's a really good question.
Is there
it's
only
a
one
good
way to
question
find
if there's a way. Are we actually killing things that are already dead?
I would actually like to ask.
Because if all we're doing while we chase this necromancer down is killing dead things and we can't do it, then this will be useless.
Dorban, you've granted us you've managed to secure us a request with Maestra, the Temple of Maestra. Could you actually find out with the Temple of Jurgle, if there is one here, if that is a thing, if this curse could reanimate the reanimated dead that we strike down in our quest?
You guys are doing a lot of research.
I mean, we're from Candlekeep. We're the Candle Fang. We learned about our targets.
I'm just saying that if it's necessary, if we're killing things and they're not dying, that's fine. But if we're killing the undead, because we're basically chasing an undead creator, he creates undead things. All of the enemies that we're going to be up against are probably going to be undead. If killing the undead doesn't make them dead, then we're going to be useless saving this guy.
It's a valid question, and that's why I was prompting.
That's why I was asking Nori can't just tell us that.
If you would like, I would ask, could I Arcana roll? Even it's a tough call.
It is. So we'll find out when we find out.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
you can spend years walking around and pulling out books to see if killing dead things is killing.
Yeah, this might be the first curse of his kind.
Right.
Even.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you read. It matters what power is in that skull, which is transferred to you. And you will never know that until it's enacted.
I still suggest then on our way to save this guy.
I will also permit. I can also try to smash a skull on a
Don't
rock.
do that. Because then we won't be able to fill its eyes with
rubies. I mean, is an option.
It's true. But then we won't be able to fill its eyes with rubies.
And we'll be cursed forever.
Yeah. So why don't we stop at the reagent person, the alchemist or whatever, and just price the dust on the way outside of town?
Get in there. Yeah.
Who has
sounds good
stuff? Is that
There's stores for that.
Who is that? Like, is that spell shop? Is it a weird?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, I don't know anything.
I mean, if we're gonna do that, we might as well go back to the jeweler and just see if they happen to have something like this. Just in case we come into the gold and we're like, oh.
Who was in Waterdeep again?
Well, I mean,
because we're heading out of town, so we may not even come back here.
I was to say, the price isn't the issue, because I am discerning
Cassier Brasshinge.
So. Like what?
Cassier Brasshinge. We need to see Cassier Brasshinge in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
They'll know more about it. Daggerfall
is a lore master.
I think we are very overexcited at the fact that we're in a city instead of a piss poor Wileyverse town that we have been used to in our journey so far. But Waterdeep really is the place with the knowledge, and there is somebody in trouble there.
Well,
and
let's head that way then. It sounds like that's the plan, curse or not. So. Do
we have enough? How fast can we get there? Do we all have rides? Can we get horses?
It's only going to take us a few here. You probably have better ability to talk to the reagent master or whatever. I'll go back to the jeweler real quick on our way out of town.
Yeah.
So let's spend a couple hours doing that real quick because it won't kill anything to see if we have this stuff available and then move that way.
Nori and Grace just meet us with all our crap at the gate, headed to the direction
north, right?
Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
North Lardy. Okay.
Just,
So we'll stop real quick and
just
hit our
pretty much
shops.
a couple days out.
Yeah.
Daggerford is like
Yeah.
the next town inland from
It's
Waterdeep.
the two sons of the Phoenix of Faerun.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the Morning Jewel.
I'm just asking. I'm looking for large rubies. It's what's her name? We didn't name her. I called her the Morning Jewel. Sorry, I'm gonna.
No, she does have a name.
But
did you? I don't know.
No, I just called her the Morning Jewel. And we got down to
Leosa.
what we were
But do you remember?
Leosa Moonring.
Issarak, eye her real quick. That didn't work. That's about how it works. Okay.
They show you the rubies they have, and they are jewel rubies. You know,
Yeah, nothing big enough.
this big.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Okay, so
Setting a lovely ring.
I'll head towards the gate to meet up with everyone else.
At the Arcanum store, the place where you go and do all that kind of fun stuff and get papered ink and reagents, they do not have that.
Papered ink.
Paper and ink.
Oh, they said papered ink.
It needs special inks and special papers and special quill nubs and all that kind of stuff to write in spell books. That's none of the shit you do, but you know about it.
Ooh, what a curse.
First off, there's not enough ruby dust to put in there.
It's a good curse.
I don't know what you tell the person, but I mean, it just takes. I mean, if again, the curse is the stipulations of it. You can't trick these kind of things in many ways because it has a specific
probably
thing.
wouldn't work anyway.
So it probably wouldn't work.
No matter of deception here.
No garnets.
I mean, there's some loopholes in like the wording and things like that are probably you're able to get around, but there's some things that are very specific that it wants. Again, like what considers killing, what does it's not even what considers killing. What does it have the power to?
So what you're saying is the yes but it has a limit here.
Yes.
I
Okay.
don't even know either. If
you don't think the ruby does
work? We put the rubies in, and then it's like curse broken, and then we can take the rubies back out.
Yeah. Oh, we need is a level 4
right?
spell. Yay!
Who knows?
No, this is a serious MacGuffin we got here.
Oh yeah.
Well, you've got our stuff at the gate, right?
Right. You get your cart.
Oh,
you got
absolutely.
your cart and your mule, and off you go.
I do that stuff. Oh, a mule. What do we name that mule?
We didn't name it yet.
I think we should name it Dorbin. After our master.
I'd turn you into a plant. I can't actually do that on my own. I have to accidentally do it.
I'm Pickle Grace.
And all you guys are hearing is, I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
Oh, God.
I am Groot.
I'm Grace.
Yeah.
Who's that? I'm Grace.
I am Grace. I am Grace. What is he saying? Oh, this is awesome, guys. This is so cool. I am Grace. I am Grace. I am
I'm learning
Grace.
so much about magic right now.
All right. It's like afternoon already, so you're getting a late start on travel, but it's 2 days either way. It doesn't matter how you slice it up. So out you go onto the road to Waterdeep.
This is a well-traveled road. Yeah.
And this is major road.
I'm just checking
You're
this. We can't
going to-
kill anything.
Yeah, this is a road between a big city to a metropolis.
Yeah.
So
So
this is a road of roads, as far as I'm imagining.
it's the trade road. It is
the
last or one of the main junctions of the trade road.
How populated is it? Are we just seeing all kinds of people? Or
We can't kill anything. Like if it's other people, we could knock them out still. Like there's.
We can also subdue the things that we've killed as well. We'll figure out what we have to do.
We can work around this curse.
You don't know exactly
in a
what
situation.
It's going to do.
Let's just try to kill a bunch of people and see if they rise from the dead.
I was going to suggest
how long it takes.
You need to figure it out, right?
I was going to say we go hunting would make more sense than killing the people on the road.
I didn't see any jobs for banditry, so all we're left is
Grace, what are you stealing
these
all the
5
copper in the
orphan
kitchen
children.
The copper wiring. All right. So you're out on the road. You're discussing the nuances and possibilities of this curse.
Damn, are we?
Maybe we should try to kill this squirrel or whatever. See what happens.
Like, no joke. Like Grace would absolutely like.
I think I could do that. I mean, I'm an
Grace,
elf. Let's
run up
just
to
go
the
hunt
squirrel
something.
while Yisarok takes a shot at it.
We'll
What's the
do
worst
it-
that can happen? You get shot in the back.
You're not seeing much animal life
yeah.
along the road. I mean, it's Animals know not to be near this many people.
Our favorite sees
even
us.
a bug though, like
Swish.
They knew about the rats,
I mean,
and they heard about the rats we slain, and
anything
Yeah, yeah,
like a minor
Like
test.
this, and all of a sudden, like the fucking zombie mosquito. What the fuck?
That would be horrible.
At first, it took insect forms. Yeah,
Zombie mosquito, band name I call it.
zombie mosquito. You need to
not a
make
bad
your
name.
album cover.
Zombie mosquito.
Zombie mosquito. All right. So as it's getting towards dark the first day. You've traveled. You've discussed. You've swatted bugs. They don't come back, by the way. At least like when you squish
Good to
them.
know.
Like,
Good to
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'll keep dead specimens of insects. I'm a sage.
you gotta like you put them on paper and like.
Yeah, I added them to my little
Oh, yeah.
journal that I got from the bookstore that we didn't go to. That I'm assuming
You got the journal from the necromancers.
Yeah. Oh,
A
there we
paper-
go.
got
Yeah,
books and paper and all that stuff.
I am keeping a record of things we kill in there.
When there is a congestion of carts ahead of you, it looks like there's several carts that are not moving and are kind of like sitting there on the road doing something.
A congestion is what you call a herd of carts.
Does it
So
seem,
I
like
pull
a
out my
fever-
sword.
like a
So
fever of
congestion
rays
was
or
called
does it seem like
temporary
there's
problem.
people moving amongst the carts though? Like,
Yes.
It's not just like they're still and like
Nope.
nothing.
There are
going
people
on.
moving around. There's people on the carts. There's people off the carts just standing around, and then you see like kind of towards the middle of the congestion of carts, some people like moving around.
I'll
run up ahead.
I'll look ahead and start talking to people like, hey, what's going on?
I don't know. I think someone got attacked up there. Not sure.
Where?
Just points up the road.
How close are we to Waterdeep?
Hmm?
How close are we to Waterdeep?
A day out. Well, a day and a half
We're not
out.
even halfway there.
Yeah.
So we're not even. So we're outside. Well outside the
Not
city.
even living
We're
on
half a
fair
day.
because
We're
we're not
done
even
at half a day.
half.
So it's
Yeah.
like it's coming up into night now. Then, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'll run up ahead and check real quick.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It looks like you see a cart that has been. It's got some arrows in it. One of the cart wheels is broken. The horse is dead. There are 3 bodies on the ground, and they've been covered, like in canvas. Someone just covered up corpses.
Right.
There are people, guards, merchants from all these carts around, and they seem to be talking to a man. He's a large man, kind of tanner skin, and he seems to be wounded, and he's talking. Either he's trying to talk common, but he's talking in a very thick accent from another place. He's not speaking the normal language, or at least he's going back and forth between another language and a thick accent.
Can I get
of
up close
common.
enough to kind of hear what he's saying?
Yep. He's talking about he's got attacked and his stuff was stolen. They ran off in there into the woods.
I'm not. Can I talk to him?
Yeah, absolutely. You can move up and.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
You went off by yourself, right?
Yeah, unless you guys want
He's-
to come up with me. I just ran up ahead real quick. You can come
He
with
said
me.
he was running up ahead.
I
But
was,
you
but
were
I was.
probably gonna
This
go up
is the
as well.
situation. If I see East Rock, though, I'd be like, yeah, come on,
So
come
me
on.
and Nori can stay
So
with this
stay
stuff.
with the cart and all that. So
I
you
just,
guys are off
want to
talking.
check for immediate trouble first.
Yeah, you can scope the situation while I talk.
Yeah, and I'm waving you up like, yeah,
Could
you should
possibly
check this
make me a
out.
drink?
Yes, I was gonna say, do you
Thank you.
guys want me to make?
Yes, please.
I'm,
Would you?
I'm
Would
fine,
you?
thank you.
Would you?
Could you?
Wait,
Lisa
wasn't finished with that
Kudrow?
one.
Lisa Kudrow?
Worst actors.
Excuse me. What did you just say, East Rock?
no.
Slit your throat in the night.
Terrible. Worst
You
person
say
from
such a
the
word again.
Oh,
worst part of Friends.
no.
I don't need to roll like any persuasion or
No,
anything.
no.
So I'd ask
Like,
him, at what time did this happen? How many people? But get some general information. about
All
it.
right. So again, this guy has a very thick accent. So everyone's kind of sitting around him and kind of like dragging the information out, and you come up and you start talking and helping getting this information out. And the other people just seems to be other people from these carts and guards.
I'm
and
trying to
things
figure out
like
what's
that.
going on.
So from what you get, goblins or something like goblins attack the caravan.
Was it gnomes?
Did you say there's arrows stuck
Yes.
to things?
Mhm.
I want to check those out while he's talking.
Goblins or something like goblins, some small creature, attacked the caravan. They stole all his cargo. and they ran it off into the forest. He needs that cargo for some event. So like he's going to sell these in Waterdeep, or he's taking these things to Waterdeep, whatever it was. And he's like panicked now because like he needed that money that he was going to make there to buy the stuff to get back and sell back in his native land.
This might be a good time to test our curse.
Well, what I say as I'm looking at arrows.
So the arrows are black and small.
Black and small?
Yep.
Looks like goblins to me. I mean, does it?
They look like goblin size. It could be something else of similar size.
How
But
crude are the
they're
phalanges?
actually not crude. They're not master crafted elven work arrows, but they're not the normal let's take a stick and just hope we can put a feather in the back. And
They're too small for me to use.
No, they're short bow size.
Can I grab a couple of them? Yeah. How many can I have?
6.
Yeah.
I mean, I've read a lot about adventures and stuff like that. Goblins, I assume I know, are like crude. Like the fact that they have arrows at all is like amazing for them, and so that they usually like very like yeah. But like these don't seem. Are you telling me that these don't seem
These
like
seem better crafted than what you would expect from goblins?
Okay.
But then again, you've never actually seen a goblin or a goblin arrow.
That is very true.
So, you've read the stories and you've seen pictures or diagrams or whatever, but you're like, like these.
But
like,
this is not this is questionable.
It's questionable to you, like.
All right.
You're like, could be, could not be. Who knows?
All right. I'll take one.
Eventually,
I just took.
he took all the ones that were serviceable.
I
so you can
throw
take
one at Dorbin.
You can take a broken one,
A dart.
Yeah.
like one
I
that he
throw it as
doesn't
a
want.
dart to Dorbin's side of his temple, kill him outright.
All right.
He dies.
Dorbin, no. He starts
Are you talking about the mule Dorbin?
Yeah.
as you're talking about
Test our steed.
as you're looking at the arrows and you're talking to him and all that stuff. He starts saying something. He starts doing that, saying something to the people, like the guards and all that stuff. And they're like, no, like I have a caravan to guard and this and that. And he's like, and he eventually turns to you and he goes, 150 gold. Go get my stuff.
Who is this?
The guy that got his stuff rolling, he's trying to offer us $150.
That is how as
150
well.
gold. Huh?
What language was that?
Make a history.
19 plus a lot.
All right. Some of the words that are coming in and some of the inflections and just his look and his garb, you think he is from Kalimshan.
Is that a genie? Are you talking to a genie?
I've never met a genie before.
That sounds like the word of the Sanskrit down from the south. Not but further south. Kamshan? Huh? Pashal? I say to him. Yeah.
He starts speaking in a language you just.
I backpedal the shit out of that.
That's why I don't. That's why I never speak any Spanish to people because I know enough that I can get directions and stuff. But as soon as people hear my accent, they're like, "Oh, I'm just."
Oh yeah.
No. So it's like
I can take your order.
150. Get my cargo.
Cargo 150.
150.
Good.
And he reaches in, pulls out a gold, and it's a gold in a shape. Thank you, sir.
I think
in a shape you've never seen before.
I think he wants us to give him $150 for his cargo, and we can take it.
Oh, is that right? I mistranslated. I thought he was saying it was an adventure and then he would reward us with 150 gold.
Tell him we'd rather have 2 big rubies.
yeah. Ask him, Kalimshan. Wow, he really got us all drinks, didn't he?
He is awesome like that.
What a hero.
So.
Well, we gotta wait for him before we make any decisions for the
that's very true. Thank you for recognizing that. I get lost in the role play. I'm like,
it's okay. No, I'm just saying I was about to say the same thing. Sounds like we're going. Oh wait,
yeah.
You haven't asked him more.
Did you just sit back there and be like, what? Yeah, okay.
What's funny is when you see him, when he first started offering this to people, you actually saw him look over at the 3 bodies. He's like, 150 to go get my cargo.
Really?
because he doesn't have to pay his guards anymore.
Can we
Dead.
search the body for clues?
If you want to look at it, they're just guards.
I mean, they're not wearing any rings. Or...
No,
I mean, they
nothing
probably
special.
have money.
What did you do with that ring? That
Motherfucker sold it.
No, you
I
didn't sell.
didn't sell one
Did
of
you-
them. I'm holding on to it. It's still
Are
in the
you-
bag holding.
you just have it in your bag.
Yeah, because we hadn't divvied anything up because we were starting to talk about how like the knife looked good for me, the bag holding is for me. That there's a shield for him, obviously. This ring, there's a pearl that somebody has.
He's got it.
He's got the pearl
Dorman's
now.
got it.
And
Okay.
I got the
Pearl
knife
spell
too.
power.
I think
Went
someone
over
gave me
power.
the knife.
Did you give him the knife back?
No,
I
I,
don't
still have the.
And,
So I found
uh,
another
and-
knife somewhere.
And Batsby's got the cold mace.
It's not cold. The cold dagger is that. The mace.
A disruption.
something else.
Disruption mace, I think.
Correct. All right.
So
So
if I didn't sell it, I'd probably put it on.
okay, it's warm, and you feel warm.
Oh, nice.
Now I really like it.
Even
Right?
coming out here into the as the night's coming down,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
still feel fine. Like,
Can I roll perception to see that he's wearing a ring he didn't have before?
no, not right now.
Fuck
Maybe later.
Larry.
If you said this back, if you said you had it back in the inn, I'd have let you. But
Yeah.
you're now out in the wild.
Yeah.
talking about a curse.
I was
yeah.
digging around. I was just saying, digging around through my bag, thinking about robbing the corpses when it hit me that I have a ring that I didn't even I didn't sell or anything like that. It looked special.
Sure.
The moment you put it on,
virginity was
you had
taken,
you had
so
a
I was
chill
into it.
in you, because it's getting dark, and you put the ring on, and like you warm up.
Cool. It gave me a tumescent glow.
You have like a fireball ring. None of us would ever know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know either.
Yeah. You're like, warm ring, yes.
All right, so he's back. Well,
So we were
you guys
succeeding.
move back to the
So this guy's
No,
offering
yeah.
us $150 to go.
$150.
Whatever.
Gold.
What's
He's
the
already
box?
G-Bucks.
What's
Does he have a bunch of deer?
Yeah.
I backtrack. So he offers us a gas station.
Gas station.
He offers
What?
us
Wait, what?
Yeah, he offers us 150 gold to go retrieve his stuff, his cargo from what he believes are goblins.
No, they wanted
I'm
castration.
going to show you the arrows because we were saying there. The short bow size, they seem to be crafted well for goblins, so we're not sure what they're saying, but it might be a good way to earn some of that cash /
See, they're finally
our curse.
crafted for goblins, if you ask me.
because we might be able to see what the effects of our curse are while we fight these little things.
All the stories say that they work with the crudest of items.
I asked too, but we got lost in there. When did this happen? Like how long?
Like just 30, 45 minutes ago.
Now's the
Oh,
time.
very-
If we're
oh,
gonna go. We should
like,
go now.
this
How do you
just
feel about
happened?
This just happened.
Well,
This guy.
let's pursue my friends. I do not consult Master Dwarven for
So
this.
let's pull our
For
cart
once,
into the
I'm on
woods
board
and
with Grace
kind of
here.
stow it and head out.
Well, you can leave it with him. He's not going anywhere
Oh, that's
until his
true.
cargo's back.
Let's do that.
My shield will lend the way. Go forward with a sentinel shield.
I also
Alright.
dislike goblins.
As you should.
And they're
Small
cousins, right?
hands. Smell like
Well,
cabbage.
He's got he's got small hands, but he smells like herbs. It's kind of nice.
So off you head towards the woods
Oh,
where
we shared a bedroom.
they
You smell good.
they said these goblins took this cargo.
Oh, number of goblins.
He again heavy accent. He's using numbers that aren't real, and you're trying to translate.
Cubits.
But he's like
More
a
than
dozen.
few, yeah.
Yeah.
You think a dozen.
Okay.
Like is kind of what he's trying to get across.
More than this.
Yeah.
Less than that.
He's using it like a merchant term.
Gotcha.
So you're like, it's either a
This
dozen
length is a pro.
or 20. I don't know Kalimshan's standard unit of
Yeah.
merchant thing. Like
It's
He
cubits.
says like
It's
a compliment,
cubits.
which could mean
Yeah.
anything for here or there. Okay.
so, a baker's dozen,
Yeah.
a Kalimshan dozen, an Afridi dozen, whatever it is.
Yeah. That would be hard to translate, wouldn't it?
But yeah, you're thinking if they came and killed, you only saw 6, 7, 8 arrows. They killed 3 people, and that guy lived. So it couldn't have been like a horde or anything like that.
Gotcha.
It's somewhere between 8 and
20.
20.
All right. Sorry, I realized I wasn't asking the right questions right before we went out there. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's head that way.
All right, so out you go to the
Time for
forest.
the questions.
The last rays of sun are descending upon the forest, and you're heading up to it. Make me perception.
Yeah, normally,
Remember,
East
you have
Rock is
advantage.
our scout here, but I'm like
I
the danger's
He
now,
does.
and so I'm out with my shield, like
What about
gallivanting forward, like.
How about
And I
me
have
for
advantage.
seeing in the dark? Does that not give me any? No. Okay.
Yeah. He has advantage because of his shield.
Oh, that's right.
I will take a. Do I have perception? I do. I have a 20.
Oh, thank God, it's a 7, not a fucking 1.
That was going to be a 7 for me,
10.
but I got a 20 because I have advantage because the shield of seeing shit.
Perception.
Yep.
Very good.
19.
19, 20,
10.
20. So everyone but the scout.
Everyone but the guy that's supposed to
The guy-
be good at
I'm
seeing
still-
all
Well,
the
this is the
shit.
one time that we gallivanted ahead in front of the scout.
Well,
The
with-
scout's a
with
little more.
the scout, yeah.
I'm still bummed. My head's still mulling over that we didn't sell that crown. I'm still distracted. I'm like, we could have sold the crown.
Oh man.
Fair
So
enough.
in the forest line, in the shadows of the forest line, the bushes and the scrubs, just inside, you believe you see movement or mounds that are unnatural. You think that something is in there waiting in ambush for anyone that would dare follow these goblins.
Set everything on.
They're. I mean, skinny. Skinny for the.
And it's all three of you, beside everyone but him, sees this.
But I'm sure I can.
They're.
And once they
I'm
point
sorry.
it
They're
out.
mounds.
Yeah, like there's just shapes. Like you see that there's shapes that aren't bushes or trees or rocks. You think things are waiting, like hiding in
say,
trees and bushes.
Hold my friends. We should work around. Obviously, they knew that others would pursue them, and they're waiting for us.
Why
here.
don't we pincher it?
I do like
Are
that.
they actually? Are these mounds actually in like bushes?
Yes, they're hiding behind things. Like you're
Like-
just.
Even with our dark vision, it just looks unnatural shapes are there.
Yep.
There are but 4 of us, though. So 2 and 2.
You don't have to do it. It's just a
So
suggestion.
we're not in the trees, so they're looking right out and seeing us.
Why don't we-
Sure, it might be hard to set up an ambush if they're looking at us.
Counter ambush.
Yeah.
Should we act like we don't see them and kind of push beyond?
Well, how about
Or
me and
attack
you in
here?
front with shields out and ready, and you two try to scurry off to the sides and maybe come in around them?
We'll be the bait.
Or both of you together go off on one side and push on one side.
I've read about this once in the slaying of a cyclops.
I mean, we're going to be doing stuff from a distance anyway, so let's split. Plus, I like to split.
So,
you can disengage
I'll go off
for
to the,
tactical
I'll go
reasons.
off to the left. He can go off to the right. You guys can like make a clatter and go forward.
Yeah, I already got my shield
yeah,
out.
we got her. They both have their shields out. It's like, how about like we go in like we're oblivious, try to get their attention, and try to draw them out. They're goblins. They're dumb. They'll chase us.
I think we can.
You guys can head out to the sides of the tree line, and if they try to come out
I
to
would
us,
say, like, wait a minute,
crossfire.
because we can take a few. I think Nora, you and I, we can take a few bullets from goblins. Wait around after we're attacked. Let them really charge in, and then you flank them. Don't just.
I could always climb up in a tree and give support afterwards.
Well, you
You
two
will
will
also
know.
be unmobile if you do
Yeah.
that, and
And-
unable to react to the battlefield.
You two
The
will
Red
know.
Knight says,
Red
"Do not
Knights.
make yourself immobile." No, it's like she thinks it's a good plan. I mean,
I love it. I love it.
you guys will go forward, spring the
pretty
ambush,
good.
and
I was
retreat.
joking. I said
Yeah.
I knew you weren't looking.
These two will be go off to the sides and be
Sit
ready
down.
as you pull them out of the tree line to just crossfire.
Yeah.
All right, sound good.
Plus, I get to shoot arrows in
Sure.
your general
That's
direction.
great.
All right.
But if they stay within bushes and trees, I will set stuff on fire.
Yes.
Cool.
Plus, I like aiming towards Grace.
You love it when you get a chance
Yeah,
to
please.
shoot them.
That's always fun.
So you guys split up, and Nori and Grace make a bunch of noise and make themselves very visible
I'll
as they.
shot something in Dwarven as they go, as just a thing, like, I just made them go, like,
How would you
go
shoot
fight
Dwarven?
some.
Do you speak Dwarven?
I do speak
You do speak
Dwarven.
Dwarven.
And goblins, they'll probably speak common, but they may also
Probably.
speak
They
Dwarven.
may
as
all
they're-
speak Dwarven.
they're
But what I
hated race.
say in Dwarven is like, go find some berries and shit,
She's just trying to she's starting to chant like a battle chant as she goes forward.
Who?
Just to keep Nori does.
Yeah.
Just to try to keep the attention off of these guys moving.
Yeah. I'm trying to do that as in my own way.
Yeah, stealth's for you too. Stealth.
Oh, stealth. Sorry.
Yeah, stealth.
For both y'all.
What are we stuffing?
Stealth.
20.
Oh.
Nice. 20's a good roll.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, 16.
16.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
So you guys low to the ground as they make all this noise and you head up. You move forward and you absolutely spring the ambush. You hear some chittering and chattering.
I see what ho?
Who speaks Goblin? Anyone speak Goblin?
There are gnomes are kind of goblins, right?
I almost spoke Orc, but
They're fairly
speak
attractive goblins.
Who you speak Orc?
I speak Elvish and
almost
Gnomish.
spoke
Elvish.
Orc.
So you speak. It's like you two were speaking together. I thought you spoke.
We were debating whether I spoke Orc, but we went a different way in the
Different
storyline.
I
Yeah.
speak Orc. That's why me and
Nori talk.
had a
And then
conversation.
you and I
So,
talk. So we can all whisper without him knowing.
So
But Orc and
no one
Goblin are two
speaks.
different languages.
No one speaks Goblin, right?
No.
Okay. So there's some chittering and chattering, and the first thing you notice that's like maybe these aren't goblins is red eyes, kind of like shine in the darkness, turn on you.
And they're not speaking
And-
goblin.
Some arrows come out. You're ready for it.
Are there
so,
6 right
Yeah.
No, there are not 6 red eyes.
Okay,
That was the first thing I was thinking. Like, come on now with these
I'm
red
like,
eyes.
I'm fucking out.
Something.
Fuck
Yeah.
this. Player knowledge, I'm out.
Player knowledge, what the fuck? I don't know what's going on here. What the fuck is going on here, Dave?
The 6 red eyes is from the Rift game. All
Oh,
the
We
creatures
got our
from the
asses
Rift game.
handed to us.
That's
by
a
a
witch
couple of
touch.
them, yeah.
sounds like it. This is terrifying.
So, but yeah, these things are tiny. They're small. They're goblin size, but their eyes are red, and they're not like like glowing red. They're like eyes shine like a cat, but red. So it's just in the darkness when they're looking at you.
What time of day is it right now?
It's dusk.
Okay.
Is it right now?
So you guys take the first volley of arrows,
Sure,
and
dude.
you just duck down behind your shields, ding 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 ding, and Nori's like, back it up.
Yep.
And she keeps yelling and doing her chant. Initiatives. Oh shit, Nori,
Shut, dude. I will take a 20.
For my your initiative. Never mind.
It's the one that says initiative.
What is it based on your dexterity bonus?
Correct, it is.
I got 18.
I just wanted to be clear. I got 17 with my plus one.
It's better than a sharp stick in the eye if I ever heard it.
Okay.
Man, I'm also part of the news of Cheech and Chong's.
What time is this? Is it right?
I'm Tommy Chong.
It
Grace.
doesn't sound like Tommy John.
What'd you get?
That's in my head. Shut up. What? 20.
20.
Like a Texan accent.
Isra.
I'm Tommy Chong.
I'm Tommy
18.
Chong. Obviously.
17.
You're like, I'm Elvis impersonating Tommy Chong.
I'm Elvis Presley interpreting
All right.
Tommy Chong.
So you guys have executed a perfect
my name is
counter
Robert Knapp.
ambush. You and Nori both go on 20.
Nori, I clack your shield.
As
Yeah.
you back up
You
into
go shield
unison.
bump?
Yeah, we do a shield bump. I give it a shield bump as a free action. Or,
I do a shield
or
bump.
half action. A bonus
A
action.
bonus action for your
Yeah.
shield master.
How many
Cling.
days?
Yeah, I do. You know what? I use my bonus action to give her temporary hit points in that. Like, hell yeah, Nori.
Ding.
I give her temporary hit points with my Battle Master
Okay.
ability.
Those are shorts.
It's D8 plus my charisma.
Stupidest things I've ever said that like stuck so hard.
What?
Those aren't shorts, those are
That's a
soft.
natural 8 plus my charisma. 4 for a 12. She gets 12 hit, temporary max HP.
Short.
Yep, she is
Those aren't soft,
bolstered.
those are short. People
Oh.
I say shorts, that's not
And
Yeah, clack your shield. That's exactly how it goes. I like, yeah, we did this right, didn't we? Bam! Clack your shield.
Actually.
and you guys back up. So your
Yeah.
action is
My movement,
Spring.
I'm moving, and I'm taking a ready attack action for I draw my sword, and I'm capturing a ready action. If I'm goblins in melee range, I will Yeah.
18 and 17. You guys taking hold actions for when you can see the reds in their eyes.
Yeah.
So you're shooting. You're
I want to
gonna
make
see-
sure there's a
Samuel
couple
Jackson.
in between me and Grace.
What are you loading up on deck to fire at these things?
I kind of
Flame
just
bolt,
I kind of just want to throw a
match
firebolt at the bushes and stuff their mounds were in, just so there's like.
It might draw attention to you down there
No,
if you do that.
That's an unfortunate part.
Unfortunate.
That is a good way to keep them from retreating, though. Like once they've drawn out, you blast behind them, and then there'll be arrows coming this way. and
Here,
they'll
I
be
got
attacked
it. What
that
are we
way.
doing? We're about to fight.
Yep. Armor.
Mage armor up.
Okay. You could have done that when you just snuck off. Well, actually,
Okay.
yeah, because it makes you visible, so you're off to the side.
Yeah,
now.
well,
So let's-
Regardless,
yeah, wait.
I'm
That's what you're
holding afterwards.
I mean, we
Alright.
told them to give us time. Like, let them come to us before you close it.
On 8, the shapes move up to the tree line. It looks like 4 of them are going to stay in the tree line and shoot, but 2 of them come out of the tree line and try to are coming at you. Like they are small. They're in like robes and like cloak, like hoods with like big.
Are you fighting Jawas?
No, but they do have the hoods are pointed and like they have this and they have wicked curved
Oh my gosh.
metal blades.
Night goblins? Oh no!
Something you can't see their faces or anything. You just see the red eyes in the hoods. Like,
Jeez, I don't know what these are. I don't know what these
running
are.
out. But you have a target. If you want to shoot, these 2 things come charging out from the.
I mean, if the rest are going to shoot anyway, yeah, I'll hit one, the closest one.
We told you to wait, but we can't talk to you right now.
Go for it, or not, whichever.
I'll wait. He looks like he really wants to hit it.
Shut up.
Okay.
But, I mean,
No, totally, no.
You do. I'm
No,
not
it
here.
is-
We
it
can't
is-
talk to each
No,
other.
you're right, but it is the plan. We just decided the same thing.
But you're also a very egotistical elf, so maybe you do
I
that
got
thing.
excited when he said I had a target, but you're
I
correct.
know.
We have a plan. The plan was even my plan. I should stick to my own fucking
It
plan.
was your fucking
I
plan.
know,
I wasn't
stick
going to
to-
say that, but
Stick to my own fucking plan.
Arrows are coming out at you and Nori. I doubt
Ting,
it.
ting, 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 ting.
I am going
You're
to.
enjoying it. Like,
I know. It feels really good to armor class off an arrow. It really does.
I rolled
You
to-
should try it sometime, mister.
I
I wear
rolled to doubt.
skins.
17 does not hit you, correct?
It does not.
All right. So
That's actually where it comes in my shield.
ding. So it's off your shield. Nori also gets missed twice. Ding ding. So as you're backing up.
so am I able to? This might be not possible, but now that we've seen the arrows loose, am I able to tell how many enemies there seems to be?
6 total.
So
4
4 shooters and 2
4 shooters
okay.
and 2 runners.
I guessed that from the dice, but I didn't know if I was supposed to.
Is Nori still chanting Red Knight stuff?
Mhm.
I'm like,
It could be Red Knight stuff. It could be Orc stuff.
I'm
you're not
doing
sure.
that. I'm doing that thing where like I don't know the whole words, but like I know the highlights, and I'll
So
say
you're
like,
going along with it?
the road of West Virginia.
Just sing it like an orc.
Yeah.
I can't help these feelings.
The 2 that are coming out at you, they both they're coming they're gonna engage, but they don't. They stop and start skirting around. So it looks like you have your shield
Left or right?
space to your left. So you're on the left of Nori. Wait,
Yeah, it was Nori.
Yeah,
Grace,
so-
and
I'm on the left of Nori.
so yeah, it's you and then
Nori's to my right.
Nori's to your right,
Yeah.
Dorban's
Okay.
farther off to the right.
and Dorbin's down here. and-
Dorman's to my left, and
Nope.
Dorbin's over here, so to your right.
So I would be. I'm Nori.
Dorman's
he's
to my
Dorban,
right.
Yeah.
Where are
Get
you?
past
I'm on
Nori.
your left. So I'm
Okay,
basically
Dorman's to
your
my right. Nori and Dorban are to my front and left, right. I'm sorry.
fucking left, right.
I'm sorry.
Right and farther right.
Thank you. God.
So the 2 goblins.
More vodka, please.
So the 2 goblins are trying to get if you're trying to stop arrows, they're going to come around and you're going to have to make a choice to turn and face them and take arrows, or they're going to get a side shot at you without your shield. So
Wait. Okay.
So here, look.
I'm sorry. I'm used to
Yeah.
maps and stuff.
So Dorbin's way over here. Isarok's over here. You're the white die.
Yeah.
So arrows are coming at you from this way.
Yeah.
And you're blocking.
Yeah.
2 goblins ran out this way. Now they're going this way. Staying out of your reach.
They're going to flank us?
They're going to flank you. Either you're going to have to turn your shield to face them and take arrows, or you're going to keep your shield face forward and they're going to stab you in the back.
How does... But just quick assessment before I make a decision. Has Nori been hit by any arrows? Is she...
Nope.
She was
Everything's missed. And they've just used their movement. This is it. They're done. They're here now.
If I could use a free action to give 5 words, to say like, just say like Nori, like breaking off red night bless, breaking off red night bless and
then as a counter, she says, "You turn to face them. I'll cover your side." So,
I don't say anything back, but I smile inside my soul.
So she steps up here to block.
Your free action.
God damn it!
She uses
You ruthless warrior.
She uses her ready action, and she steps here. So now she is the only target for the arrow.
Oh shit!
So you can turn and face the
God,
goblins.
I'm so glad I fucked this woman.
Right.
All right, let's do it. All right, come on.
She fucked you. If there's anyone doing fucking,
she
it was
did
fucked you.
fuck me. That is true. I will submit to that assertion. All right.
Back
Let's
to
go.
the top of the order, 20s. You want to wait until they make their move on you? Because she's now protecting your side.
Yeah. I'm with Nori here, but I am now holding my action for when they get close.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the melee targets. That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's holding her action to defend. She's going full defense against the arrows. Not holding her action. She is going full defense. She's holding her action.
Can I do that? Like that would? I forgot that's a thing.
It takes your action.
I'm armored. I'll hold action for them in the melee range. I'm glad she's doing that though.
Are the arrow shooters? Are they obvious? Like, can I see them?
They have moved up to the edge of the woods. You can get shots at them, but some of them will have a little bit of cover. You do see 2 that are completely exposed to your flank, though. So there's 2 here that are next to trees, hiding behind trees to shoot them, but they're completely exposed to you off to the side.
Damn right.
So it's other ones we haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, you see that there's 2.
They haven't seen you.
You see there's 2 down there. They're hiding behind trees between you.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah, and then these 2 are.
But they're not part of the group of 6. Like, they're another 2.
No, there's 4.
They are the 2.
Yeah, they're
okay.
these 2 over here, and then these.
Well, I'm going to sneak up around behind him. Yeah, I have to sneak.
No, you already made a sneak roll, so you just keep going off that.
So we're pinching them quicker.
Yep. So you can use your move action to move up, and you can get next to one.
Not close enough to...
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's do that.
With your rapier.
So,
With my rapier.
not your magic cold deck. Oh.
Yeah.
It's hanging off my belt for some reason.
You have advantage because it doesn't know you're there. So 2 20s and pick the highest.
That's right.
So he's coming up on these 2 that are here.
Mm-hmm.
There's another 2 that are like
Over there.
I was rolling damage.
Yep.
I'm just like...
Yeah, just fit to it.
Got it.
Come on.
9. Fucking A, man. So...
No, they're just goblins
that
though.
are
You
like
might have this.
hiding behind a tree.
what do I get?
and
But they're in your view.
Well, your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity bonus if you're attacking with your finesse
So
weapon.
6, so
Yeah,
it would be 15.
it's down here.
So 15.
Oh, 15 is
in the
right.
middle.
6.
15 is pretty good against
15.
goblins.
Oh, yeah.
15, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Still.
Actually, wow. 15 is just enough to hit.
Oh shit! These are super goblins.
They're fast,
No, that's
is what it
basic
is.
goblin.
That's basic goblin. No wonder that other campaign got murdered down by.
So 6 is the damage.
Your sneak plus your sneak attack.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. They didn't know you were there. You had
What is the sneak attack?
your
I
D6s.
think it's 2d6. Or
We're-
it could be
yeah,
5.
that's
you're level
right.
3, so you have
That's
2d6
right.
damage.
It's been a little while.
Is it
Yeah.
only 2? Just check. You wrote it in.
2d6, yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. And I think it's level 5, you get 3d6.
So add another 10, so make it 16.
Oh my god. That's such a...
I get it now, yeah. I was
how
like,
much?
that's on 16.
Okay.
I murdered that.
If you didn't kill that goblin, I don't know what. It's a goblin. He's just got like Constitution 28. I don't know.
So yeah, you come up and you like through the back. You see it like come out the front of his hood, and it's
Yeah,
hits the
through
ground.
the lung, no sound.
Like, it's through the throat.
Was it quiet enough to not alert his buddy?
Yes.
Ooh,
So
that's
we're-
impressive.
well,
I wish I was seeing that, but nobody's seen
I
it.
know that's the best. So now we're gonna see if the corpse reanimates.
Probably moving faster than the light is that you live in the darkness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that
My
again.
soul is.
That's a Sonic joke.
I know my.
I know you know.
It's like my soul is an angry,
So that was 18 to
tortured
17.
black pit. How are you?
So these two are hiding behind a tree.
Behind trees, but exposed to you. They're trying to keep cover from them. They don't notice you.
Okay. I actually want to hit the trees or a tree.
So you're trying to start a forest fire in this forest you have to go into to get this cargo.
Well, I mean,
Let him do what he wants to.
All right.
this is our sandbox, damn it, Dave.
Go for it.
It's not too late to
Say yes, and.
Fire away.
I disengage. I
disengage from my action.
You weren't engaged. I disengaged anyway.
I'm gonna use it as my action.
I went away.
Like at this point, I'm just gonna say that's what I was choosing to do. I'm not gonna back out of it.
The other thing is that your firebolt is not. It's not a fireball. It is.
Yeah, it's a
if you-
cantrip.
if you
It's
hit-
really cool. You
It's
can cast
really
it at will.
but if you hit a tree, it's probably going to sizzle and have a little burn mark that may have a little fire for a little bit, but it's just not potent enough to light a tree on fire.
But the cantrip produced flame.
Yeah, produce flame, control flames.
Do you have produce flame?
No, I was just reading the line that said a flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
So
Maybe
sure.
the leather armor is
Different.
oiled.
Well, no, well, if it's being worn or carried, it can ignite. But if you hit a tree, like
The tree
a
will catch
tree
fire.
would be tough. A bush
I
would.
guess
A bush
I
would
guess
go.
a bush would make more sense.
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot it like at their feet then and catch the ground.
You
on
light
fire.
a bush of fire. Read my stone tablet, damn it.
So that's what you're shooting.
Like the
bush.
ground underneath them.
Yeah.
Okay, the bush like they're behind or in. All right, go for it.
TIL. Moses
It's
is a level 1
10
wizard.
to hit. So, did you get at least a 10?
I got 17 plus 6.
All right, yeah. So you hit that bush and it catches on fire.
What's this?
I don't even roll
more than
damage,
level
right?
1.
Good cantrips.
How do you like
No,
part of
he
the
was
seasons,
in
uh,
it. So what's the damage of
speak
the?
language? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 1d10.
That's 1d10.
Since the spell itself hit the bush and caught the bush on fire, let's just do 1d6 fire damage to the.
Was the father
the
of
goblin.
illusionary script.
There you go.
I swear, these
Six.
gold tablets
Damn.
and wilderness
He's like,
told me these things.
He starts screaming. So
Who does?
a bush catches on fire,
Okay.
and there's a goblin.
Not my
screaming.
bush.
Not your bush.
Okay.
No,
A bush in the
A
woods.
bush in the woods.
Okay.
with a goblin in it.
God, I really want to know how close is Nori to me? Like, is she really watching my back?
Oh yeah, like her back is touching your shoulder where your shield is, like
Why you gonna honk her butt right now?
God, what an awesome play.
because she can't see you, so she has
Yeah,
to.
I can't see
keep
here
touch.
either. Like
All right, that's them.
The one I killed is coming back to life.
Yep, it tries to shank you.
Ineffectively. Haha.
I'm gonna use you to roll against yourself. 10. I don't think it's hitting you.
15.
So like,
Ugh.
like whoa. Its eyes are not reflecting red anymore. Like they're just kind of dead
I guess
eyes
the
now.
question is it considered undead now?
Well,
We're
I'm
gonna find
gonna-
out.
I was about to say, I'm gonna.
So 3 more arrows, all coming at Nori.
shit.
How are you?
That's your fault.
Ding, ding,
I
ding.
know. That's exactly what I said. Shit, like
Nothing touches her. Well, it all bounces off shields. This
I
guy's
am
on
so
fire.
happy as a fighter. I can
He
get
is trying to
temporary health
put
points.
himself
People.
out. He fails. So roll a d6.
6.
6.
Oh yeah. So he's like, he
No
collapses.
way. Wow.
On fire. Bush is on fire. Let's see. Roll a d10.
Me?
Yeah,
Yep.
for the fire spreading.
Let's see how it goes.
4.
Okay. The fire seems to just be dying out and doesn't look like it's going to spread to a tree or brush. So
it's probably good for us.
We're gonna see if you're burned up when it gets back up or not.
Sorry, we had the magic to combat that.
That'd be the worst.
those were arrow shots. Okay. So these guys are now going to, like, this one uses a dash action for free. And then, like, moves over here, and they flank you on the other side.
Oh shit! All right.
So you get a ready action to attack one.
Yeah. Well, I'll get the one that's the biggest, nastiest.
Okay.
In my perception, so either one. I'm assuming. Yeah. I draw out the my basic sword. Yep. 15 plus 6 for a 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Damn right. Alright. And I will use my. Oh, I think I had to call those before.
Yeah, just roll standard damage.
Yeah, I'm almost standard damage. But I want to look for. Because I had these things that I can add damage to. But that is a 3 plus 4 for 7.
Okay. So as it's like they're doing this perfectly executed maneuver, like this guy dashes around, like, okay, got handle this, that, and this one comes up and you're like, wham! And he just drops like a fucking stone.
Oh shit! Hey!
Yeah.
Nori, did you see that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was role playing you.
Thank
that
you.
one's
Yeah,
dead.
I saw that.
The one behind you now attacks you, but he doesn't have advantage anymore because he doesn't have a buddy
There's no
flanking you.
Oh, right. Oh, that's going to help my action.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice GMing there.
So, no, he does not hit. He comes like, you're just like, whack! Cling! And just block him as he comes around behind you. Like, you're... So now you've kind of turned to face him. That's everyone.
20s, yeah.
So back to 20s, so it's you and Nori. So attack the other guy now.
Like, I just did the thing. What is Nori... Her steps?
Nori is like, she's still backing up into you. So the plan for her is to keep backing up until these archers have to come out
Alright, cool.
out from the woods.
I'm going to roll across her back to whack the other one.
Back up to get that ass level.
And I will...
Back that ass up. She starts twerking on you.
Yeah. I will use my battle action.
Twerking.
Well, we'll see if I hit.
Twerking. The female racial orc dance in D&D is twerking.
I can decide before I roll damage, so I'm going to see if I hit first.
Yeah. You've already seen, like...
Yeah, it's not much, but I missed. So
yeah.
5 plus 6 is 11.
No.
Yeah.
But you've already seen that you can drop these things pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like, you may not want to... You have a whole nother... You haven't found the cargo yet. You don't know what that's all about. So you may not want to waste all your battle points.
You're right. I used one for Sir, so she has that for the... She has temporary hit points for the rest of the encounter.
Before they show up.
Yeah.
Alright. So you're backing up even further. Where is these rocks over here with a zombie?
But we're basically Mantis style at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know Praying Mantis?
No, I was always a tiger.
Back to back.
Yeah. Oh, it's eagle claw.
I don't want to
Sorry.
learn. I don't think I want to learn hamster style anymore.
You would not like to play Overwatch. Right.
That's my turn.
I tried playing the hamster. He's really cool.
It looks like so much fun.
So hard to do that cable.
I thought that's the same thing. Like, I really am bad with Widowmaker's slingshot. I'm probably even worse with that. Yeah.
All right. What you doing?
The zombie one's got me a little shaken. I kind of knew it was going to happen, but let's test this out and stab this zombie.
Wait, what zombie?
The one I killed came back.
Oh, God. We are
So,
like super
13.
duper cursed, aren't we?
13.
Yes.
It's a zombie now? Yeah, alright.
It lost its dexterity, so
I was
it's
gonna say
15
zombie.
goes to a 13. you have exactly hit both times.
Yeah, 11 for damage.
Did that thing come back like immediately?
On the next turn.
On the next
I
turn.
killed it a turn ago.
Fuck. So, 8. Alright. It's like...
Oh, I hate these things. We need burst damage.
I was gonna say
Gnome!
we're gonna see if this one, if his lit on fire one comes back to life or not. Because if
Yeah.
it doesn't, then I've got a good
Yeah,
idea.
like, oh, damn, I'm really curious. I want to know what happens.
because you're going...
Because I didn't, like, shoot him with fire. I
You
set
lit the-
something on fire, and
Uh-huh.
he got on fire.
Oh, is it a loophole? You didn't
He's
kill
try-
him.
he's trying to
He died.
loophole it.
So
He's trying
I
to-
didn't kill it. Fire happened to kill it.
Fuck it, do it again. It's still
You
effective.
want to hold or you want to go?
The other one knows you're there now.
Mm,
I would say, like, it would probably notice. That,
yes, this one does realize that something's over here.
But I mean, it's still last round fired at Nori and stuff, right?
Yes.
Right, because the two in the center still
Still,
shot their arrows.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they all shot their arrows.
Let's throw another fireball, like into
Firebolt.
yes, firebolt. Sorry, into the grass bush or whatever that this one.
This one's in?
Mhm.
Alright, go for it. You just need a 10 or better.
that's it.
I did it.
Okay.
Hey!
I'm going to let him do a dex save to try to jump out of the fire. Because you're not hitting him directly.
Mm.
No. So, go ahead. Roll
Hey!
Two.
Oh, it's not as effective.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice. That's true.
I
We'll
rolled two
never
sixes
forget.
in a row on that one. That's
Yeah, you did. Alright. So, you catch this little area on fire. He's like, ah! He's on fire now. So this one, well, he's like ground, still smoldering, still on fire. He starts coming after you. He shambles over there and takes a swat at you. Actually, he pulls out a dagger.
Dude does not want to turn. He comes back up and he
He
comes
got,
at me
yep,
and
he's like,
swings. That's
walk,
fucked
walk,
up.
walk. Misses.
Good.
Yeah, that'd be
the one
really
next to you,
embarrassing.
like, so you're
Almost
fighting
made
this
me
one?
miss
Yeah.
step.
Now, you've walked away from him, but Nori's like, the one you killed just got back up. So it's like,
Shit.
And he comes up and tries to attack her.
Cut off its head.
No.
It misses. Well, it bounces
Yeah.
off her shield. Ding!
Yeah. Alright.
So, we've got zombie. Okay.
This
Fuck this curse. It's like every encounter is
really-
now twice as
This
hard.
is a really shitty curse. I love this curse, but I hate this curse at the same time.
It's really cool.
But it sucks.
It sucks. It's really. I'm really sorry. No, but it's really cool.
Yeah. We should probably find non-violent reasons,
Yeah.
non-violent methods to deal with
Hey,
problems.
hey, Rogue, don't grab everything you see. Like,
I didn't grab everything. I left that shield alone. But there was some golden crown.
With this shield, I am
Yeah.
Honorato.
Well, let's still figure out what's going on. 'Cause
so that was the zombies coming back. These two are now aware that shit's happening around them. So this one's going to jump down, or not jump down. He's going to run over. So he doesn't realize. He doesn't seem to care or realize that his buddy's dead and a zombie. He just comes up and attacks you.
Gotcha.
He's not getting advantage because they're not
Working
flanking.
together,
They're not
yeah.
working together. 15
15.
hit you.
Oh shit!
It's not that much. 5.
Hit me for 5?
Yep. This mean hooked dagger. This one is on fire. He's trying to put himself out.
Damn right he is.
And he is not going to succeed. Roll another d6.
Hell yeah.
4. He's like, He throws off his cloak, but he's still, his rest of his clothing is catching on fire. And you have a good look at him now. He's like, there's light, and he doesn't have the cloak on anymore. They look kind of like goblins, except for their skin is gray, and their eyes are red.
Oh no, gnomes.
Shut the fuck up, that's not a gnome.
Albino gnomes.
Zerfneblin.
No,
It's not. Zerfneblin is a underdark, deep gnome. It's like, you know how there's elves and dark elves, and there's also dwarves, dark dwarves, Dwergar, and there's gnomes and dark gnomes.
Dark gnomes are definitely the cutest of the dark
Zwerfneblin.
civilizations. Yeah.
Zwerfneblin. Alright, so we've got
Can we take
this guy
a
on fire.
random check to know what these are? Because I don't.
Not right away, not in the heat of combat, but if you want to investigate later on and try to
If we can
pull your knowledge
Sure,
up.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
So
I'm
this
sure
one's
you
up
might
here.
have just expecting us
Is that-
to know
No,
that.
no.
I don't
You,
fucking know.
none of you have actually, like, on just initial inspection, seeing a gray-skinned goblin, none of you are like, oh, that's what this should be. Like, and you've played D&D for a long time, I just say gray-skinned goblin.
Yeah.
You're like,
I mean, like Grimlock. I don't know. Like,
Grimlocks are...
I know. There's
Yeah,
a whole lot of things.
There's a whole lot of things it could be.
Okay.
One of my favorite creatures, though, is in Shadowrun, and it's normally my go-to replacement for goblins. They're called Shadowkin. But those are really cool, but they're little, like, evil,
Yeah,
dark
Play
skin
that again
creatures.
sometime.
What?
Shadowkin.
Yeah. Google it.
They're really cool.
News.
I really like them. It's like in Baldur's Gate, I think. Is it Baldur's Gate? No, Neverwinter Nights. It's the first thing, like, you leave Candlekeep, and you get attacked by Shadowkin. instead of
Oh
goblins.
yeah.
That's pretty much just saying, like, we need
Bendy.
to
What's a
replay that
bitch?
game,
Which game?
Shadowrun.
Oh, Shadowrun. Yeah.
I just think, like, now,
Now that you've
kind of like Rifts, like,
matured-
once we've already, like, kind of done a semi-campaign and we know how it works.
Just all this attention.
21 to hit you. I think I finally hit you.
Yep.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, he rolled a 20.
Oh, bring it.
You take
19.
5.
Oh, it stings like a butterfly.
What's
nibble.
your max hit points over there? 30 something?
34.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say he should.
I'll
have
take.
the highest.
I'll be down to
I
29.
think our elf has the lowest for some reason.
I'm Grace of Candlekeep.
Because I
am.
took roll for my hit points.
I don't think you did that poorly. You just have, like, the lowest hit die.
I'm just tiny. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you're-
slight of hand.
You started low to begin
Yeah,
with.
you have no con bonus.
Mm-mm.
You both. You have a D6 or a D8? Hit die.
D6.
And you have a D6.
I have a D8.
D8. So you just. I think he got 6s and 5s the entire time. Plus, he has a con bonus.
I do
and
have
you
a
don't.
Constitution bonus.
But it's traded off other things. I get a massive initiative bonus and a high armor class from speed. So
The zombie also attacks you and misses.
all right.
So, back to the top.
Nori and Grace.
Grace and Nori. So
Yeah.
Grace
So
has
is
one
that
on her.
one? Is that D4 still around Nori?
So the zombie is still on Nori. This one's on you, and Nori calls out. The archers aren't firing anymore. It looks like everyone is engaged in the forest now.
Right. I say in 5 words. So engage these. I'll
Just
assist, and I run off. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'll run off.
you're gonna run-
Attacks opportunity to be damned. I'm going to go assist Master Dorman.
so you can use your action to disengage, or are you just going to ignore that
He's just like,
and run?
fuck Nori, I'm out.
So you're
Yeah, because I want my action to attack a zombie next to Dorman. Yeah.
okay. Go for it.
Yep. All right.
You're attacking.
Oh, sorry. I do get my attack of opportunity on you.
Yes, you do. Nice, you motherfucker.
18.
What you got?
Damn it.
Ah!
So close.
I love armor. Oh my god, I'm wearing chainmail. Just wait till I'm in plate armor. Alright, I'm going to, charge attack. Do I get an advantage on that to attack? I'm charging to attack.
Isn't that what it is? I think, yeah, it charges.
Charge?
Go for it.
You're
I
not
don't know.
charging me.
No.
Stop pointing at me.
No, I'm attacking Dorbin right now.
Mule Dorbin, not you.
Oh, wait, silence Dorbin so I can end this ridiculous quest. Alright, okay, 11 plus 6 for 17.
That hits.
Oh, thank goodness. Alright. Ha! That is a 5. Can I use my... I would like to use my superiority dice to do the distraction. Like, you attack me, motherfucker.
Now, remember that this is a zombie.
Okay. Oh, they're like immune to this stuff.
They're
yeah.
really tough to distract.
Yeah, alright. Alright. I would like to use my bonus action then to give temporary health to Dorbin. I say, like, I'm at your side, Dorbin. Don't you worry. And I nudge him in the shoulder.
Go for it.
Hey. And I give him
D8 plus.
D8 plus my charisma.
Dorbin, I keep telling him I don't like being
I'll give him
12. Same thing you gave.
I'll give him 11.
11.
I'll give him 11 temporary hit die. Hit HP.
points.
11 temporary hit points. This is all my dice now.
Yeah, I thought there were like some probably other sheets, but there's a place to put temporary hit points somewhere.
Oh, it's right
Uh-huh. I look at you. I'll find Isarok in the battlefield. And give him a little wink.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So you hit this thing. You did how much damage?
1 plus 4, so 5 damage.
Okay.
Was that enough?
It doesn't drop.
Right.
You slam into it. It staggers.
Yeah.
Do you want to use your use your bonus to?
Oh, you know what I have not used though is my action surge, which I would love to do right now.
Go for it.
And I will chop that mother effer again.
Oh
man. What? Should I not? Master Dorbin, I'm here for your guidance.
No, sorry,
He's looking at his stuff.
my words were not true.
Did I really roll a 4?
Yeah.
4 plus 6 is 10. 10?
No.
Well, these are fast zombies.
No, they just have armor on.
They're tiny. They're hard.
Alright, well, that's my action surge. I can't use that until a short
You end up
rest.
with all my dice.
That's my dice, sir. Alright.
Like Ladorna's nothing
Alright.
here.
Did someone show him where the vodka was?
I haven't used my second wind, but I used my action surge.
All right.
And use one of my superiority dice. 2 of my superiority dice. Because
Nori
and Dorbin have temporary health points.
Nori is now fighting a zombie and a goblin, so she's going to try to kill the zombie. She soundly hits.
Also, my goal in battle is like...
She caves its head in, and it drops to the ground and doesn't seem to be getting back up. She's then going to use her War God ability to take an extra attack action.
Yeah, do it. If I can keep a cleric
And misses.
from having to heal, it'd be amazing. Because that would let her use her actual combat spells. So, like, it'd be really cool.
18. Isarok.
Yeah.
So you got a zombie and a regular goblin, or a gray goblin.
So this is an odd question. I have a hammer in my equipment. Can I use that to like bash the zombie head in? It's not really a weapon, but I mean,
it would be less damage than your rapier or
Okay.
anything else. It would be like a D4
alright, so
hammer.
can I choose where I attack something? Like
What do you want to
I want to try to spear its head, more or less. I mean,
So
that would be like a precision attack.
Like the
yeah,
find a
going for the
zombie,
zombie.
so
You could take disadvantage to try to hit something specific. It's
Or I could just keep damaging it.
yeah.
Let's damage it. I'm just going to attack the zombie one again. It's got me kind
Hurt
of
it.
freaked out. So.
Hurt it.
Yeah. So 22.
That hits.
I would always say, like, don't forget there's 2 things on you. You're an elf. Like, you also are good at range. I would diss the fucking gauge.
But you can't shoot in the same turn. Oh, you can.
Oh, I have
Because you have
fast. Yeah.
You have that subtle action or whatever. You could you could disengage, move back, and shoot.
Cunning action, yeah.
Oh,
Cunning action. That's what it is.
You got your little rollback.
Well, I mean, I've already
No, that's
started.
fine. You already hit.
I've already started.
Go for it.
I don't want
Just
to reroll.
never forget about disengaging.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
it's
a great tactic. Right?
7.
7?
7. Yeah.
7 total?
They
7.
find that shame if anything would happen to them.
Yeah.
Alright.
I hate zombies.
God, they suck.
Oh, they do.
They suck so bad.
We're such a light damage team. Like we're like a very efficient but like light damage assortment.
And you need to get that over damage. Like, you need to get that sneak attack. You need to get that
I need to become the barbarian.
To kill them.
I sling my shield and switch to 2-handed form.
No.
I do. Longsword's a versatile weapon.
Do you have a longsword?
I do.
Is it a versatile weapon?
It is.
Are you sure?
Yep, because they got rid of bastard swords, and now long swords is a versatile weapon. You can either do one-handed for 1d8 or double hand for 1d10. But I would give up my shield. I think it gives me like a ridiculous amount of AC because I'm a shield master.
Yep. Alright.
But damn, I'm tired of zombies. You've been fighting so many zombies.
You already have the highest damage in the group anyway. +4.
So Grace just kindly came over and gave me some temporary health.
You're damn right, Master Dwarven. I love you.
Charged
I give
the
him a little
zombie
kiss.
and it didn't do anything. It staggered a little bit, but nothing happened.
Correct.
But he's not in between me and it, so I'm within melee range.
Correct.
Which is not normally where I want to
Played to be, so you want to disengage? Is that what you want to do?
I am actually not going to disengage, even though I just told Easter, like, hey, that's always a great tactic.
And he's gonna
What are you doing?
be strong, and he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
pull
tough,
out
and he's
that
gonna
cold
be up for the
dagger.
fight.
Okay. Chic.
And stab it.
Go for it.
Is that the same as my normal
Yes, it
dagger,
is.
whatever?
It has an extra +1 because it's
But
magical.
I was just saying, I don't know what its other things are, but...
Mm.
That's a
9.
9. Unless it's +1.
God, I love this
Here,
temporary
it's a
HP
10,
ability.
So I don't think that's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's not going to hit.
Damn.
You're like, eh.
This is why I don't do melee, guys.
Yeah, that's exactly why you don't do melee.
So you know
This
what?
is why I throw darts.
But you got 11 extra HP. You'll survive that melee.
I mean, I don't know that it's gonna hit me anyways. It might hit you. You just hit it, and I missed. We'll see. though.
Missed.
I mean, yeah, that would have been a perfect time for
We got this, boys. Maybe you should just try throwing those darts.
dart disengage.
Dart disengage.
Not in that order, but you know, the famous method
Yeah. Don't worry, Master Dwarven.
made famous by
I understand it completely. I will not tell the others. I say.
YWT.
So you pull out the
Young
dagger, you
wild
swung.
pilot.
It missed. That's you, so it's them.
I'm the next little pump. Gucci gang.
No, don't do that.
Like,
This guy,
disengage.
Oh, he's
Disengage.
this guy puts himself out
Throw your darts while you rage.
and starts running.
Shut the fuck up.
He's running away. He's gonna go warn his buddies.
The one on fire?
The one on fire puts himself out and starts running.
Oh,
Back
wow.
on first. He's
Wait,
like, "Ah!"
a zombie does that?
No, it's not a zombie
No.
yet.
He's not a zombie, he's still on fire.
Not
the zombie that's
Oh,
on
a goblin.
Yeah, goblin.
Okay.
He was on fire. He put
He'll
himself
be a
out.
He
Fine
put himself
message
out,
to the others.
and now he's running.
Alright.
So he seems to be one that's actually realizing, like, my friends are turning into zombies.
Or like he's just like, we're not winning. Like,
He's already been set on fire.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Who's choosing that?
That's still
Who's
there.
choosing
Still
that?
there.
They've got like 3 more
Yep.
to go.
So
Forward,
attack on you, zombie attack on you. Way fails. Regular attack on you. 15.
I haven't made my switch yet, so
It's
no.
15.
I don't want to hit you.
I know.
3. Attack on you
From me?
Yeah.
From the zombie?
from the zombie. 12.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, the mage armor. No, the
mage
mage
armor.
armor.
Not with my mage armor, dog.
Yeah, don't forget about the mage armor, dog!
No, don't you forget!
Disengage.
This guy.
That's why you made.
So this guy on Nori, like Nori killed this one killed the zombie and turned around on him so fast that like he went to swing and got tangled up in her arm, and he's like and he lets go of his dagger and he's like backing up. He fumbled.
No.
So he's like and now he's just like looking up at Nori. Nori's looking down at him.
Yeah, get him, Nori.
Okay.
Come on.
And that is top of the order. I think that's everyone.
Yep.
Yeah. Boop, boop, boop.
If Nori and I are at the top, I'll let Nori do the.
She's gonna smash the thing.
I'm so excited to make a song based off of disengage.
A 20.
It only has to be 2 minutes long.
24 hits.
There's only like
She
9
pounds this
words
one
in the
into
whole
ground.
song.
like 4 lines that
So,
aren't
She
disengaged.
kills the last goblin on her. Go.
She killed it like
Smash. Yep. It goes down. Go.
Alright, so me, it's Isarok and I, and 1 or 2. How many do we have of it? 1?
you're over with Dorbin. I'm on the other side of the battle.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
with me.
Oh, I'm with Dorbin. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right. Dorbin.
You're my
so,
pal. Remember that.
Yeah. Alright,
Till
so
the
what's the
day you
situation? Because I want to protect Dorbin because...
There's a zombie goblin attacking him.
Well, I hit it with my sword.
We'll do
How about
that.
that? Can I knock him? Can I use a bonus
good
action to
plan.
knock him with my shield and...
You can.
Yeah,
So
I do that.
it knocks back. You step forward. So it is now disengaged from you.
Yeah, I do this case for you.
Do it myself.
And then I'll hit it with my sword.
Sword.
That's 10
14.
plus 16.
16.
Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah.
Oh, good. I will hit it with my sword damage. I don't know. I said earlier that I slung my shield and now I'm like, oh!
But you used your shield to.
I did do that. Yeah, you're right. Good call. Alright, I do 5 damage to it, still on a 1.
Is that twice you rolled a 1 on your damage?
Yes, it is.
It dies.
You're damn right it dies. I know I'm
The
good.
zombie one dies?
The
Yeah.
zombie one dies.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
The other
I have a
one ran
flaming.
away.
By the way, I want you all to remember that, like, when I
It's
have
on-
my sword out,
it's
on
on
fire.
It's on fire. It's got
I mean,
no light on
All
it.
it does
Don't
is light the way
air
for
quote
you.
it.
doesn't do
It's
any
on
damage.
fire.
It's on fire.
Like, it looks amazing.
It does look really cool.
Just shows how much of a flamer you are.
All right.
You flame
18. He's right.
Damn it! I've been defending this
I'm gonna
whole
pull
time,
away
Master
from these
Dorman.
two.
I call you Master and shit. Fuck you. Right.
I'll pull away from these two.
Disengage with your. So you disengage with
This
your
sword point
cunning
with
action.
yes.
You
illusionary
use your
fire.
movement to move back.
All right.
Which way do you move, actually? You can move anywhere you want.
I
You
want
want to move
to
towards Nori?
No, I
or
want to
you-
move a little more to the left because I want to turn around and shoot that one that's running away. Yeah.
Go for it. Like, disengage.
23.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Tell me you disengaged. Did he
Yeah.
disengage?
He disengaged, yeah, with his cunning action.
That's fantastic.
Come on,
Disengage,
Rock.
move, shot.
What are you doing?
It's from behind. Does it count as?
I'm gonna scan
It's
the
not
barcode
looking-
before
It,
we
I
complete
gotta
this
tell you
scroll.
that it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because it only has 1 hit point left.
Okay.
So, you
Well,
kill it.
I killed
Oh, nice roll.
Yeah.
That was a
So-
5 on a D6. That's
So
good.
it's, I got
It's
a
dead.
9. Yeah. But
But yes, you would have normal. Actually, no. It's not shooting through a forest. You couldn't get that precision sneak
fine.
attack shot, but
Ooh, you shot the one running
in
away.
other cases, I would say yes. Like if it was running an open field or just ran away from you.
that was.
But anyway, it doesn't matter in this case because
it's gonna. Be
it was enough to
zombie.
dead. It was like enough to be dead.
Sorry. I'll take that back.
Which brings to Dorbin. Dorbin, what you doing? The one in front of you it hit the ground and it doesn't seem to be getting back up.
Yeah, Dorbin. What now?
This
Oh,
one's
God.
zombie, right?
Uh huh.
This one's regular.
Correct.
Oh.
You've taken all of
I'm
his
out.
dice.
Well, he's also putting my red ones in his pocket.
Are you stealing his dice?
No.
Oh, I like it. Stealing from the rogue.
Trying to learn something here.
He failed his
Guys. Oh, yeah.
You know how many of my pencils he took?
Like, I have so many pencils.
I actually have 2 that came over in the bag with all of the
I could
glasses and stuff
literally,
like
I could literally
Something,
murder my son with the amount
I don't know.
that
I don't know if this is still a thing from Robert, but Robert always had a pencil in his pocket.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And like,
It's like hanging out with you.
we'd be running these games, and he'd be like, "Okay, I'll give you my pencil." And I'm like, "Where are all these pencils go?" I bought like a huge box of pencils. Like, where are they all going? And he's like,
I seriously have a coffee mug with like a coffee mug that I think you gifted to me.
"Is it
That is full of, it's either coconut or ceramic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you gave it to me though.
From
It is
Hawaii.
just full of mechanical pencils. I do not know where they came from.
that. When I smoked, I used to do that with like cigarettes.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, I'd have like 3
Yes.
lighters in my
Like,
pocket.
Yeah.
And then the next night, I'd have 3 more.
Yeah, I was bad with
I'd
that
end up-
too,
I'd end up
yeah.
having like bowls
Isn't
and
that
bowls
funny?
of lighters.
Isn't it funny how that happens?
Magic
People would come over and
All right.
get lighter.
Don't
Yeah,
do
you
that
can
as
take
kids.
these, you want
You
to
can
do.
split
You'll
it up
take
if you
things from
want as
people right subconsciously. It'll start small. But they'll know
This
it.
one's a
They'll bring it up.
zombie.
Don't
So
do
you're
drugs.
putting all 3 into it?
I think we did a good thing here.
Because if I remember
We've done some
zombies,
good
like
work.
they have to roll like
Hmm?
the damn of it. So yeah,
Alright.
I'm just gonna do all 3 into it.
So, Dwarven steps up, and his magic missiles come out.
A magic dart.
Oh! The
Here.
darts are out! Here we go. Oh, the wild magic dice. Yes, yes.
The big ass wild magic die.
Wild magic.
No.
Oh.
I know, right?
Now remember,
Yeah.
you can
Like we're
always-
actually rooting
gonna be
for it.
really I'm
you
just saying,
can
it's gonna be-
always use your surge to get advantage on a roll. You don't need it for this.
Oh, yeah.
You can always use your surge to get advantage on a roll.
You know what he's saying to you right now?
Where's 6, 7, 10?
He knows.
He knows. Okay.
It does.
He wasn't shooting the zombie one?
He was.
I was.
Like, I would say
That was
obviously
not
we don't
the
want
zombie.
bad things to happen, but it's
Sorry.
just
It's
so
alright.
fun when
The
wild
one
magic
that-
happens.
the one that Nori killed wasn't a zombie yet either.
Nope.
Okay.
And this one wasn't a zombie either.
Yeah, so I'm just making sure that I'm keeping track
Yeah.
of what's going on.
So yeah, just all these darts, just magical darts, hit it, pierce through, blow out its rib cage and chest and all this throat.
Don't tell me to survive that shit.
It did not.
Oh, well done, Master Dorbin.
It
I've
was
stabbed
close,
it a lot.
actually.
I've stabbed
It
it a
was
lot.
pretty close to surviving it, but it
Yeah, I
did not.
know. Like, we don't have a lot of burst damage here, so we're literally like,
All right, their turn. The one on Nori gets back up. The one over here gets back up. So you have a zombie deep in the forest. It's now turned around and coming back at you.
And who?
Him.
Me.
I
Oh,
said
yeah.
it wouldn't keep running.
No,
It's
it wouldn't.
nuts.
It's not a goblin anymore. This one stands right back up and attacks Nori. And
oh shit.
16.
yeah,
No!
misses.
Oh, yeah.
19?
Huh?
I couldn't remember what his armor class was.
19, 16,
15, 11. Or 14 with his armor.
15? It's plus 4 for make armor.
15. No, it's
Or is it only plus 3?
what is it? +3. No, it's becomes 13 plus my dexterity modifier, which is
So
only +1.
14.
So yeah.
Oh no.
That's
Like,
that's
am
fine. All right, so the
If would
live
be beneficial and
Well, you have
Yeah,
11.
besides-
You have 11 cushion.
the live goblin on you.
You have 11 HP of like maxi pad on you.
where did this goblin go?
He's rolling with it.
Sorry, he's coming back this way.
Stop moving your D6s,
Sorry,
man.
man.
Oh no.
Yeah,
it's confusing, dude.
I don't like to use maps because you get things like happen in your game where everyone is all about like, where am I now? Where am I now? Where am I now? Not in narrative. Like when we're in narrative time, it gets like,
This one's a little different
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we have
how do we move each
yeah.
other together?
This one's a little different because we have 6 things on us that
That's
are
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
dying.
That's
Now,
fine.
but
I
now
like
we're in combat. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
combat, it's fine. But it's like when you also try to keep using a map during narrative.
I know.
It gets
Like
really
I don't
tough.
usually use that, but like I'm
Yeah.
trying D20 out. I need to find a happy medium between using D20 and using Master Combat. I need to find a way to do that. And I will. And
D20
I will surpass you, and I will cut off your head, and I'll become the one.
D20 is tough because it's all voice. And, like, so you have to have that visual.
You should just do that now. There's no reason to surpass him if you're just
You're
cut his
right.
head off
Let's
and
cut
take
off his head right now. This will be a very exciting episode of the Wileyverse, folks.
Then it says Robert verse.
Just like exit out.
Just as you're perched over time, like, remember Laverna? I'm like, I can't do it.
It'd be terrible.
Like, take us out.
Like, murder aside,
the only
it
one.
Would just be a bad the business move. Decision.
That's it. Like, that's it for them. There's only 3 zombies left now.
Because that one missed Nori.
Well, that one's not alive. That one's still alive, isn't it?
Oh, sorry. This one's still alive. So this one missed you. This zombie came back.
It's just moving and
it's just moving. All right, back to the top. 20s.
Yeah, I'm moving right away. Where am I?
Over here. So you can move to Nori and kill.
I'm going to move to Dorbin. On the way, I'm going to use my action to throw an axe.
You're with Dorbin right now.
You're with Dorbin.
What? Oh, I thought you had another zombie on him.
No, there's no one else.
No one on Dorbin? Okay, great. I'm moving to East Rock. Yep. On the way, I'm using my action to throw one of my 2 hand axes to that zombie. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to do that right now. Way cooler if that was higher. That is okay. I'm proficient.
Yep. It's dex space, right?
It's dex space, so that's going to be +3.
12.
Because it's solely +2, right? It's not, or unless throwing weapons are strength. Or is it strength or dexterity?
It's dexterity for throwing.
It's dexterity for throwing. So that's a 12. It's fine.
Yeah, it barely misses.
All right, but I just do that on the way to charge that. If I have enough movement, I want to close in to bash that guy 5B to disengage. Yeah, and then follow up with the rest of my movement. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and just pushing him back.
Excellent sound effects.
All right. So you've run through the woods, through the forest. Throw your axe at the one, barely missing. It's like and just funks on a tree right next to it, and then he's like, this thing moved up on you as you disengage, and he just bounces it back and steps up, freeing you to do whatever you need to do.
All right.
So Nori is going to kill the thing that's on her. She's calling down the light of her
Zartha.
The red column or the red stripe of fire that comes down.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Good luck, fucking zombie.
Yeah, they're pretty bad at that.
Yeah, they are really bad at that. So it does 1d8 radiant damage. Oh shit. Not bad. Now let's see if it survives. Fucking zombies. No, it does not.
Wow, that's nice. God, I remember the last fight. They just kept coming back.
Mm-hmm. So hard to
Which is really, I gotta say, I love that. It is a
really
mechanic.
All right. Those are the 20s. Isarok.
So I haven't had much luck with the zombies. I'm going to attack the still living one.
So shooting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural 20.
That is double dice damage, so... What?
Like the one time I would have been able to kill the
a
fucking zombie.
Yep.
So I rolled 2d6 instead of 1.
Yep.
It's double damage.
Double dice damage.
Score. So 9 plus 4, so 13.
This would be a hell of a roll for it.
Like it's a live one.
Oh.
That's what he was just saying. Like that could have killed the zombie.
I've had horrible time trying to kill a zombie, so I went for the live one.
You're a side Easter rock. Come on.
Yeah. You're standing in front of it and you see an arrow go right through its throat.
So like, it's too late now, but I kind of wanted not to kill that one, so we can ask it where this cargo is that we need to get.
Yeah, too late for that now.
Sorry.
Ain't like shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Damn it! Because I was using my action to be like, to yell, like, don't kill that one. We need to know where this stuff is.
Yeah, just
We can look
Yep.
around. We'll be able to track. I got tracking.
Like now we just. I get it.
So
There's two
what
zombies.
are you actually doing since that's no longer an option?
Emphasis is
Actually, he yells it out.
actually,
Hey,
dude.
keep one alive! And it's like,
Like, I let go of my gun.
oh shit.
Quick, healing quick.
I would say, I believe all of them have been removed from life at least
so
once.
there's only the one zombie one, technically, right now.
Correct.
I'm just gonna throw regular darts at it.
I love the regular
spell
darts.
slot.
How about some searing?
Yeah, 19 already.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Let me get my 1d4.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Plus Dex.
Aren't you happy you did
That's
that?
4 damage.
It lives.
It dodges.
Yeah.
What if it died right now, though?
Did he kill it?
Hold on.
It just has a dart hanging out.
Did he kill it, motherfucker?
Yep, he did.
Master Thorman!
And it's like so like your axe hitting the tree next to it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it just ignores it and it like hits the handle of the axe and it's like
Yeah.
it like just kind of staggers around all of a sudden dart in its eye and falls to the ground.
What
Dead.
did it roll?
It rolled a 7. And it's
It's like 10 plus the damage or
it's
something.
5
5 was the damage?
5 plus the over damage.
That's the DC?
That's
No
the
wonder
DC.
they never die. Oh, I hate these things.
That's what I was saying. Like I can hit them every time,
Yeah.
but I can't effect enough damage
Yeah.
to.
If you're only doing 4 or 5 damage,
Yeah.
its DC is like 10 or
Oh,
8 or
man.
7.
That's
And
why I
it's,
was going for the live ones. I'm like, I can
Yeah.
take these out.
Yeah, that's
I can take
zombies
the
versus skeletons. We'll fight skeletons to be like, they'll be quick and agile,
Yeah, right.
but like, if they get killed, then, I don't even know. Maybe they come up too.
So
You did
I just
skeletons.
killed a fresh one that should be turning back into a
oh, yep,
zombie.
it gets
Not
up.
that I want to continue,
then-
but you know.
Remember,
I'm gonna like
remember when I hit my
Nori,
shield? That
like
was really
Nori,
cool, right?
you.
Yeah.
Everyone walks up, and as this thing gets back up,
We,
you just.
we executed a plan, and it seems to have worked out.
Yeah.
It went pretty good. I got hit a
So
couple
I'm not
times,
gonna
it's okay.
have combat with this
Don't
thing.
you wish your comments could die?
Are you really that we all convalesce?
Yeah, like on the last, like as it gets up, you all just like, it's the Shaun of the Dead where they got the cricket bats, like, ding, 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 and the Queen is playing in the
That
background.
feels good to be a gangster.
No, it was Queen.
That's Office Space.
Yeah, Office Space.
Yeah.
The jukebox goes on. Dave gets back out of the
Don't you wish your gnome disengaged?
Disengaged.
Don't you?
Okay, so
Everything
we
is into all songs.
are past
Yeah.
the normal time. We did get a late start, so
But
it
what
makes
a
sense.
battle.
Well, I think we're right at about 3 hours anyway, even though we got started late.
Nah, we
No,
started like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, like,
Close enough. I felt good about this session.
I agree. I think that's a good. I think that's
So
a
it's
good
a good
perfect.
stopping
So we
point,
can
like,
next time
you're-
we can.
Yeah.
you don't want to short rest. You don't want to take an hour. You're right on hot on these heels
Yeah.
of this group, and you don't want to give them too much
I've
time.
only used 2 of my 4 superiority dice.
You use your action
Warrior
search.
power. Yeah.
Do I get my
And
arrows back?
Huh?
Do I get my arrows back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You got my
Uh,
axe.
Fucking
You get your axe
write
back.
these down.
You get your dart back.
I was
She used
do I
her
give my one
war priest
excellent
power.
dart back?
She used a spell slot. I pretty much like
She
used.
can use a spell slot.
Or
She used her
the
war priest
actual
power.
physical.
Oh, okay.
Her
Well, the
extra
one I just
attack.
used was the physical.
You used your
Oh,
I
action
used the
search.
magic ones.
I used my access surge and 2 of my 4 superiority dice.
So make a note of that.
I did on my sheet.
Everyone else, you have 1 spell slot down. One thing I'm going to do is I had said before that when you take long rests or short rests, you get some spell slots back as a caster. But I didn't take into account that sorcerers get sorcerer points, and
not,
they get sorcerer points back
Yeah.
when they short rest, and sorcerer points can be spent to buy slots.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking that away from you. I'm still leaving it for Nori, but I'm taking it away from you because you already have a method to get spell slots back.
Yeah. It's kind of a choice like.
You also have that gem,
You bastard.
the power jewel. So,
No,
So what are you taking
actually,
away from me exactly?
so
it's
normally
a really cool method because it gives you
Short
gives
rest
you
won't give you your
options.
spell slots back.
short rest will not give you your level in spell slots back,
Okay.
but it will give you sorcerer points back, and you can spend sorcerer points to convert to spell slots.
Okay.
Or do other things with the remaining spells you have.
Right. Like your maximum damage.
What is this?
Sorcerer's
You have
somatic,
simplify damage, and you have some
somatic
split.
reagents
And
to my
empowered
spell.
and twin.
Empowered and twin.
Hamana,
There you go.
hamana, semana, kamehameha.
All right. So that's it for this session of D&D. You can look over these things. Actually, let's do that real quick. You look over these things. You try to check them out. Roll for the 2 sages.
That's you and me.
Yep. Roll your knowledge. Just roll straight intelligence checks.
I got a natural 20.
Straight relic check?
I sure as shit did.
I mean, it really doesn't matter.
No one's gonna cheer that on. That was a
Yeah,
natural 20.
We
Hold on.
cheered,
We
but
wanna
you were
see
yelling
what-
so loud.
Let me see what he
I
gets.
only got 10.
Okay. So, like, in your
Give it to me.
like weird like history of like reading about heroes and all this stuff, you went on a rabbit hole. You went on a little stint about the Underdark and the heroes and villains of it.
Did you just say Underdark?
I did.
Capital U?
Capital U. And one of the things you remember seeing in some of your books is that there is a subset of goblins that the Drow bred in slavery called Greykin. Or Greylins sometimes. But they are Underdark goblins. And they are normally used or in league with Drow.
I want to screen this, but I do it in such a way where I kind of like whisper this to Dorbin for him to scan to the rest of the group.
With that natural 20 comes one extra piece of knowledge.
It doesn't.
It does.
But before it is, I keep this away from Dorbin because
You're thinking like, there's Greykin, there's this area, you're trying to wonder where they come from, and you remember that there was, in the history of Waterdeep, an assault from the Underdark. They came out, they started doing like raids on the trade route between Daggerford and Waterdeep, and taking slaves and taking stuff, and this was hundreds of years ago, from a place called the Desdric Chasm. And that heroes went out and collapsed the chasm. So you might be in the vicinity of this Desdric Chasm, and it may be open again.
Desric.
Desdric. 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 So this history comes back to you in just like this one random piece of knowledge of this random history of the heroes of Waterdeep you read. Greykin are goblins that serve the Drow, and that somewhere outside of Waterdeep in the trade lane is this chasm that was collapsed hundreds of years ago by heroes. But it makes sense that
I don't ski right away because I don't know how relevant this is, but on our travels, I'll just like, I'm not a bard, but like I will kind of like
recount the story.
Yeah.
So we'll start next session with you guys
Searching for loot.
tracking, well, certainly looting the things, but tracking down the rest of
Everything's loot. Looking for the crates. You mean loot?
Yeah, we're totally looking.
like how
With you
your friend
tracking
was
the Greykin wherever they went with the cargo, and you recounting the story that you remember hearing
Oh, the
or
Greykin
reading.
and the Drow.
The Drow, the
And
Greykin, and the Desert
Desert
Chasm outside of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Dayton, take us out.
Yeah, Dave.
This has been another episode of the Wileyverse, playing Dungeons and Dragons with me, Mitch, Robert, and Wiley. Until next time,
Which
good
is
night.
when?